the next round. They're all hovering around $4,000 a lead on the nose of 4K, so that's enough for a smoke. AK armor, that's about it. They want to take a timeout here, which they have. Here's the replay. The boost in the half ball, always very effective. Nuki does a great job to bait in his teammate. Like he said, Angel with the FAMAS, double kill there. Much more than he's worth of that weapon. Really nice setup. And Liquid starting to struggle here somewhat. 7-1 down. They will be able to buy into it. It's going to be a Nafly AWP to try and save the day. So they do move the sniper around on this team. It's quite dynamic in that sense. It's usually, I suppose, Nitro would be the main AWP, but Stewie's been using a lot more. Nav certainly can as well. And it's normally where things go really wrong for Liquid. Nav says, I'm buying an AWP. And that's when the round can be turned on its head. We'll see what he can do.
I think Naf and Nico are similar in that sense. Of I think they also hold a similar power in the team to be able to say, give me this weapon, let me do this.
Yep, I agree.
Let's see. 7-1 though. My goodness, Liquid. This was considered by many to be the freebie of the series, and my goodness, is it not? HellRaisers have shut us up, and Liquid too. Early days though.
Very early days.
Very early days, and hesitance in Henry G's voice suggests he's got high expectations of Team Liquid, and I mean, who doesn't?
I feel like HellRaisers, for me to start thinking they can win this, there has to be 11-4 at least. They need 11, I would say, just to really solidify their chances.
I mean, Liquid CT side is a brick wall.
Exactly. So, yeah, this looks great so far. Still a lot of work to do. This setup coming in once again. We said it can either go really well or really badly. It's gone extremely well for us at that. Both kills picked up. 5 versus 3 now. No real damage inflicted to the other 3 players, but they have walked past Lau. He's been in his position every round waiting for his chance to strike. He finally gets it, and they have to go back towards B again. Not just out of necessity, really. They've lost control of everything else. They still have the AWP of Naf. Whether that's enough, though, I'm not so sure. There's no real reason to give him an opportunity to even take a shot. Let's wait for him to commit to the bomb site, hold crossfires, trade out kills.
Yeah, or an opportunity for him here.
Oh, nice.
You like that?
Yeah, it's real good.
Thanks, man. Perfect picture painted by Henry. They've got nothing. That smoke's going to give them a way in. One new box. Lau's made his presence known. The flash is going to catch Naf with this AWP for 24 seconds. Stewie fortunately delivers. Now the bomb can go down. Now the site is theirs. Now a 2v4 is a 2v3, maybe a 2v2. Now the gap's closing. And now Liquid are reminding us who they are. Oscar does too, though. Slaps him on Banana, just on Stewie. He found a way in. Can he find a way out? 3 frags to his name. You'd have to end this with 5, Henry. And they're hunting.
Luckily, they don't have a smoke or anything like that, so he does have a fighting chance here. First kill is going to be his. Oscar going in first with the AWP there. Now has the information as to where Lau resides, and it's going to be a fantastic clutch from Stewie there. Really needed that one, Alex. They were struggling in this game, and if they had lost that, I feel like the morale would have been an all-time low. Remember, that was a 4-on-2 situation.
Yeah.
Liquid pull right back, and it's obviously affected the mentality of HellRaisers. That was a lock-in round. Like
2v4, we were talking about that AWP, saying, you know, what can you possibly do?
Yeah.
They're going here out of necessity.
Fully
oh
blind.
my goodness.
I was about to say, the flash from CT spawn looked so perfect for the player in new box.
Turns out it was.
I'm not going to say that's a lucky shot from Stu. That's great, amazing amount of skill.
Yeah.
But certainly fortunate for it to be a perfect headshot while blind.
To have an understanding of the space you're in and the game you're playing to the point where when you lose all vision, you can still kind of understand where you were and where you need to be. It's all about experience, and Stewie, he's been getting a boatload of it over the last couple of years.
Absolutely true. And we did talk about Oscar's hero AWP potential.
We did.
Glass cannon. His teammates are going to force around it. He knows he has to carry the round. Unfortunately, no armor means he can't be as aggressive as he'd like, but he knows he can get picks and move around the map. He can still be nimble. As he holds towards Arch for now, it's going to be Liquid. Very aware of it. We'll see whether this is going to be enough for them to push him back. They're going to try and smoke off towards the arch, the library, all the standard positions here, and see whether they can actually take everything away from Oscar. I'm going to stay on his POV and see what he's up to. He's currently towards the arch.
They're coming. Not to his side, but they're coming to his sight. And Issa, he doesn't have his friend. And he's fallen. Lau does a lot with that CZ. The P250 of Nuki finds 2. This is becoming a problem. Stewie's gone. It's all on him. And that is going to be HellRaisers shutting them down. They didn't have the perfect buy. They didn't need Oscar, it turns out, because both of them, both Lau and Nuki, did huge work with just their sidearms. The P250 of Nuki finding 2 close quarters. Liquid, they weren't ready for that.
They really weren't. It all falls apart around. It looked like they had. That was going to be no problem at all, considering the weaponry.
Wow.
But it is Liquid, still stuck on the 2 rounds, and now they're fine. as to start to fall apart. The PG-50 in the corner just doing all the damage there, connecting all the headshots, and that's that AWP, of course, delivering 2 kills at the end every single time. It always seems to. Oscar will be leading the charge once again as we enter round number 11. This time, not the force buy from Liquid. This could be a bit of a deco.
Oh, that's my favourite word. I wanted to use it.
Oh, you were going to say it?
Yeah, it's a deco, guys. It's a deco. And it's not gone well. First 2 down. And just 1 man and a bit remain. Double flash on Stewie, but he is down to 11, and so this one is as good as over. Maybe you can get a frag. Maybe you can steal away one of those really appealing FAMAS on the other side of things. The only thing on their shopping list really would be Oscar Zorp, but
yes, true.
Good luck, have fun finding him.
Yeah, 1 minute remaining. Round up. 11 here. Liquid are going to be 9-2 down.
You said 11. You need 11 from HellRaisers. They're on their way.
I would like 11 to start the conversation of Overpass. Yeah, for sure. And remember, this is a lower bracket game as well. If Liquid do end up losing this best of 3, they are out the tournament.
Hot prospects. And HellRaisers, that curveball, they've always been. I mean, HellRaisers and Gatekeeper was always the name. You know, lower bracket. You've already made one mistake. You can't make another one. It's HellRaisers. It's Angel plus talent. New names on the scene and just taking over here on Inferno. Different story on map 1. Let's not forget HellRaisers. They actually fell quite quickly to Mouse Sports to fall to this lower bracket. 0-2 affair, both on Mirage and Nuke. So a completely different map pool for them, perhaps finding different success there. Spoke to Angel actually as he was qualifying for Pro League, because we had that opportunity. It was all on LAN, and asking him, you know, what's the plan? Like, what do you do now? He just qualified. I said, what's the plan? He said, well, we need to have a map pool. They don't have one. I mean, like, it's brand new team.
Yeah.
Sure, Overpass worked with the previous roster. There's no guarantee it's going to work with this one, so he just has been looking to refine and decide on the map for them.
Well, some things are.
Perhaps Inferno could be added to the pool.
Yeah, well, Oscar's 16-5 after 11 rounds, so yeah, maybe this is one they should consider kind of slotting in there. He is actually having so much fun right now. There's damage inflicted, sure. Nafly will do some. I think Oscar maybe hit his teammate there as well, but still opening frag, taking down Naf. That's always going to be a benefit, and we'll see now if this could be opening pick, as they have 4 AKs on the T side, bare bones utility control, still the MP5. I respect it. That's going to be in the hands of Nookie.
How does it feel for you, that MP5? You like it?
I like it, but it's not that good.
It's not.
Like, it's cool T7.
There's a reason we don't see too much of it. Need not going to do too much other than cause Angel to touch his keyboard a bit more than he planned. Does look like this. Damage was done earlier. Nuki, yes, the MP5 found 1, but it did manage to get a couple of bruises around the eyes of both Twists and Nitro. Bombs ticking away. No kit. They have to pick this pace up on this one, unless there was a kit lying on site. Nice work again, Liquid. They're going to pick this one up. Oscar does catch one on the cross. Time becoming a bit of too valuable. He's taking the frags. One more needed. There is a smoke on Banana. He's found the kit. He's holding it. He's holding it. No he is going to be shut down by Elite, but my God, he nearly did it. He had a flash. Imagine if he underhands it.
Yeah, that was so wild. He's had so many crazy moments on Inferno in general and those sort of clutches. He must
19.
Be 20,
yeah, he's nearly there.
19 after 12 rounds. That is absolutely insane. He almost wins that one as well. He doesn't, but he affects the finances so much. Those 2 kills are huge, and the fact he gets those, he'll lose his own AWP, unfortunately, and he'll take a timeout. But he did do a lot of financial damage here. Delete has to bravely swing out and hope he's not waiting for him. He was not, but this might actually be the eco from HellRaisers. They have enough to buy, but it's not the best. They can't afford the Oscar up. I feel like that's where they're doing most of their best work. Might as well take this one on the chin and still aim for that 11-4 scoreline we suggested before. And it's not to say they can't win this run. They might invest a little bit into it with deagles and stuff. And we've seen the power of those particular pistols throughout this tournament. I'm sure you're aware. Round 13 and Galil's Mac 10s. Nitro yet to buy. Might have a drop on the floor for himself though. We will see. And it is pretty much the eco here for HellRaisers. A couple of P250s. Make it 3 now. Lau will get some Kevlar and the CZ. There's 2 smokes available, and they go for a 4-man stack. Make it 5, I think, as Lau makes his way over. Limps over at the end.
Got a hobble in his step.
Yeah. And they'll have 5 players initially, but maybe just to throw that first flashbang. Stewie 2K, always very inquisitive towards the top of B.
He does it with, I was going to say great success. Of course, you can see 6 to 11. He hasn't necessarily been finding the frags, but when given this control, he does tend to thrive. There's only 1 flashbang on Angel. If they wanted to do a bit of like mid-round aggression, retaking Banana with some close quarters pistols, they do have all the resources to do it. Stewie just hoping he gets something, any info, any push. Need to get some of these unanswered questions sorted before they commit to a bomb site at the moment. Angel, he's trying to act like 4 men. With 1 flashbang. He managed to do it. He threw it. That's all he's got. No, I think Liquid might have worked this one out.
Yeah, even if Angel gets 2 kills here, the round will be done because you can see they're all set up towards the B side of the map. There's 1, and they're all just pounced towards that A side. They've confirmed it's clear in the next 10 seconds or so, and HellRaisers still will hold towards B. They're just hoping that maybe overthink the situation. I think we saw that yesterday in the North game.
We did.
Right?
Yeah,
they
ran out of time.
They ran all the way back, and there was actually where the players were saving their weapons and they ran into the stack somehow. So that was the whole thing. So that can happen. So you might as well hold onto your stack. You're probably not going to win the round when the bomb's planted anyway. And they'll set up now for exit frag. So it will be Liquid, slowly but surely starting to get himself into this first half. Remember, it's Inferno. It's not as weighted as it used to be, but it is a CT-sided map. And we'll see them get their 4th round. And they've lost every single pistol in this series so far. That's 3 against them. And HellRaisers needed this one. Analysts pointed out that there should be no chance HellRaisers can take a map here. Maybe Overpass if it somehow gets there.
Yeah.
And they're making a convincing case to actually do it. And Overpass, you kind of broke it down at the start. It seems to be a bit of a specialist map pick.
Yeah, well, they have a very high success rate, 100% in recent 3 months. Of course, it's limited. I think they played it 4 times with this new roster, so take that with a bucket of salt.
Yeah.
The other caveat to that is that, yes, Angel and his previous band of cronies, of course, Voxic was on the roster, and other names, of course, Bondic was wearing the HellRaisers jersey at times as well. That roster was very, very scary, even against Tier 1 opposition on Overpass. And therefore, you know, if Angel's calling the shots, perhaps he can put them into that same kind of structure. A long way away, though. We haven't even concluded the first half of our second map here in our first series of our, what is it, the 3rd day now? 4th day?
Something like that.
Something like that.
It's one of the days.
It's flying by. It really is.
Well, smoked out, but doesn't seem to be dissuading them from pushing. It's going to be the flashbang, and Osk, you know he's getting a couple here. I might have jinxed him, Alex. He will miss and shoot between the wickets. It's Issa with the FAMAS to get at least 1, and the A side now all under control by Lau. He's been fantastic so far. He continues to impress us. 2 kills to keep the dream alive in terms of this round. Nice flank from Angel, and now the 2 versus 1, but it's Mr. Naflight, and this guy, he can do very well in these sort of situations, but only with the Galil this time, Alex.
Everyone's body's just littering the A site.
He's just sat in towards Graveyard. He hasn't got a Molotov, no smoke, just a single flashbang. He needs to be a little bit more active than usual, and you can see him just peeking. He knows he needs a quick kill and then play off a 1v1. He can't just sit there for a CT to touch the bomb. There it is.
That's
now he can
exactly
really
it.
start.
That flash is going to be the repeat. He's so precise. My God, he's a robot.
How has he pulled that one off?
Naf.
Yeah, there's a smile. At least smile about it, dude. That's insane. He had a tiny smile.
What a 1v2, and it could not have been more necessary.
Yeah, right?
9-5.
Like, I knew he had to get that first kill, but most players after that would just hide and play off the bomb, right, and make the CD come to them and hopefully get a scrappy 1 versus 1. He throws a flashbang. I hope we can see this cleanly. I'm really interested to see how that second kill even came through.
So flash off the box.
Flash off the box. You'd think that would just be for information. Just absolutely wrecks him. What the hell is that? Well, they're down to a 4 spy on the HellRaisers side. It's the last round, 9-6. Actually doesn't sound too bad for Liquid, does it? It's going to be Stewie 2K. Again, aggressive, but good for 1. But unfortunately gives him a rifle. That might be helping out HellRaisers more than it does Liquid. We'll see if Oscar can nail the headshot. He does significant damage towards Nitro. And it still is a 4 versus 3. ESL. Smoke towards the apartments.
The 9-6 half certainly doesn't sound too bad for Liquid, and now it's just Loud and Nuki to stop it from happening. Just SMGs, but close and low. Nitro, he's going to give him an upgrade to Loud. Now Elige can just take that straight away from him, supported by Twist's utility, and does look like Nuki's faced with a rather impossible task. Aggression from Elige, and it's rewarded. 9-6 on the half, and that's almost a sigh of relief.
Exactly that, Alex. It was not looking good for Liquid, but they're a tenacious squad, and they keep it together right towards the end. A massive clutch from Nafly has found them a 9-6 scoreline. They are the favourites to close this one out 2-0, and we'll find out after the break if they can do it.
I'll show you how it's done. There's no sight me go inside. The man is the one. You build your walls, faith in God. They never come around. Then wonder why we all defy the burden to be born. We're coming home with a mission to bring an end to a terrible land. We are here to your mission. We are many of one. We're coming home with a mission to tear you down from your undeserved room. We can take your conviction. We are many of one. You may call it a virus, but we call it the antidote. It's an answer to silence. The future is here to revolt.
Yes, the ESL Pro League continues. Thank you for staying with us, as does HellRaisers versus Liquid. It is time for map 2, half 2. It's going to be a HellRaisers lead, and Liquid, we actually saw sweat off the brow. They did have a sigh of relief as they picked up the 6th. It was a 9-6 half. My goodness, it could have been worse.
Yeah, Nafly bailed them out towards the end. An absolutely monstrous clutch from him as we get into the first round of the second half. We will see now if this is going to be enough, and it's going to be Liquid with 1 smoke, a defuse kit, and for now, B control granted to HellRaisers. Only 1 player there. I assume it'll be Stewie 2K. He is known to play the Coffin's position very effectively. He's looking into the wall to dodge any potential flashbangs right now. Obviously, a little bit of a risk. They could walk in, but he's still checking it every now and then to just make sure that's not the case.
So Liquid, what's their plan if, well, say HellRaisers do exactly this?
Well, Stewie has to get 1 kill and survive. He'll go towards Ruins. He won't challenge for more than 1.
He has the kit as well. Seems to be it's in the right place. That's not 1. That's quite the opposite. He falls. P250 of Nuki. I think they threw Kevlar on him as well. They did. A bit of a hero P250. Now the bomb can go down. They've got full control of the B site. And what do you do now, Liquid? It looks tough.
Yeah, I'm not sure. This is a very difficult round. Very early plans. The smoke picked up for Angel as well.
They've lost every pistol so far, Henry.
They have. This will be 4 for 4. They haven't lost it yet, let's be clear. But you are
so
right.
far?
Yes. And it's looking better now. The kill's coming through, but not quite enough. Nitro is going to be the 2 versus 1. No kit for him as of yet, but still has a fighting chance in this one. Needs to get his quick kill towards the new boxes. He's
got
done
the
it.
kit.
He has
He's got
the
it.
kit.
They don't need to tell him. That's a lot of wasted time. Trying to draw Nuki out, and I think he's tried to play the time right. Nitro doesn't find the shot, and Nuki, he opens the round, he closes it. 4 from the young Lithuanian. That's a huge play, and that's a huge round. If they want Overpass, that's a good way to start.
You're absolutely right there. And there it is. 4 out of 4 pistols, 4 HellRaisers. They're 10-6 up, an overpass. It could be happening at this stage. And Liquid have forced ball pretty much every single time after losing the pistol here. It's worked, I think, once so far, but it's been unsuccessful in other areas. We'll see if Inferno yields a little bit more success for them. It was Nuki actually just timing that so well. It might have looked like it was a bit of a late peak, considering it could have been a full defuse, but he timed it right down to the milliseconds there. He peaked at about 4.5 seconds, made sure there was no chance of a defuse, even if he did die. We've got a sword-off shotgun. Don't see that too often. Lau's got it this time. And CT's actually doing damage here. Good grenade at the start. It's Issa and Angel down to around 30 HP. Sword-off shotgun not looking too tantalizing now. He'll have to go out first and see whether he can get the first. And it doesn't work out at all. But it does get a little bit of damage. And they're trading kills effectively towards that pit.
I am surprised that leaping from a balcony with a shotgun straight down the throat of Twist didn't kill him. It was a liege, excuse me. But the Deagle prevailed, and now with the bomb going down, that nade did do some damage to Oscar, softens him up for what is just sidearms. 2 of the 3 covered in Kevlar. Who's going to be the first contact here? That's the question. You got 1 short. They're coming from all the right angles. Pit could be a problem for Stewie. Angel is going to be responsible for that. Still, he tries to challenge, tries to draw Angel's fire, and oh, nice connection onto Oscar. He actually hit that. I can't believe he did. Now Angel, he swings on the Mac 10. Now Nitro's close. They are low, and he could get both, but time's a problem. No kit. He's just going to try and get the glory. He has got a Mac 10 if he wants. That's going to be $600. And he's trying to make the best of a bad situation. Just try and get Angel out of here as well. Can't quite manage it, but Angel, the bomb will do the rest.
Oh, really rough game this one for Liquid. They can't seem to catch a break. Another 1v1 slips by the wayside. It's going to be 11-6. That was the force buy. But remember, after getting that close before on Vertigo, they did force buy again in round number 3. Will they have the same mentality here? 11-6 down.
Would be a
And
hero
we are
rifle.
seeing a Deagle. Will they do anything? No. So there's going to take the eco. There is some investment, so you can see a couple of Deagles there, P250 and HE, but overall not going to do it. It's actually Nitro with a load of money. He'll be aiming for the AWP. He really could have gone for it. The fact he went down to the 1 versus 1, he could have said, I'll get the AWP, guys. Let's go for this. But playing a more kind of conservative approach, I suppose.
I mean, they're staring down the barrel of a 5-round deficit. It could very well be 6. This has already taken down a liege, and that pause was not for dramatic effect, simply the cogs in my brain turning. Simple addition for some, the peak of my intellect for others. 5 plus 6. So what's happening here then, Hank? I mean, if you were kind of explaining to someone watching this that Liquid are good and they're not doing what they normally do, what would you say they're doing? Is it just HellRaisers? Is it HellRaisers credit all round?
HellRaisers are playing a fantastic game of Inferno. There's not much information out on there, as we kind of painted it before this game, and that's a massive asset for a new team, right? You don't know how they play certain maps, what kind of tendencies Oscar has within this team when he's picking every single angle and landing all the shots. There's not really much you can do in terms of strategy to shut that down. As we get into a stack here, there is a chance for Liquid to pull this one back, believe it or not, but with Nuki and Issa investigating towards B, maybe they will fall back. There's the initial kill though for Twist. He brings it to a 4-4, and indeed they will fall back. They feel like there's something going on here as Twist gets the second. Unfortunately, they have made their way towards the other side of the map. But what has he found? Only Mac 10. So that's actually a really nice design round from HellRaisers. They wanted to throw 2 players in towards the A side, and if they die, they only give up these pretty useless SMGs. You can't take those to the next gun round. There's still a chance to maybe win this one, but it's going to be ESL bringing things back to a 3-on-3.
And just, to add the pepper on top of that is they're not very useful for a B retake. This whole strategy, congratulations, you got yourself some MAC-10s, but what can you do with them? Naf's about to show us exactly what, just the one. And Stewie, he's low. He does have the aforementioned MAC-10, but unfortunately he's got some scary Oscar and Nuki grouping up on that one. He tagged him up earlier. It was another round for HellRaisers. 12-6. My goodness, I'm going to start to believe Overpass is going to happen.
Well, finally, Liquid get a decent buy together. They've got the AWP out for Nitro. We did see that building up with his finances. What a wonderful shot that is from Twist. He got 2. Remember, they were the Max 10 players, so unfortunately, yes, great kills, but still, they went towards B, unable to do that. So it's going to be 5 AKs here, and HellRaisers will be making their way into a default. It looks things, throwing that Molotov that Elige described in the pre-video.
Great videos recently.
There's been some fantastic content in this event. Very good stuff. And Stewie, he's known to prod and probe towards this side of the map.
That he is. This is the first true CT round for Liquid where they have that full buy. It's time for us to get an understanding of how much resistance they're willing to put up in the face of adversity. Far from over. Angel's going to be tagged up for his battle towards the T ramp, and his teammate loses his life. Nuki then forced to watch as Issa swings on Boiler, and Nitro does manage to just fire off a warning shot. They are playing this relatively passively, giving Oscar a little bit of room to move.
Yeah, but the flashbangs are pretty brutal there, Alex. Yes, he has got himself in towards the arch, but will he stay there for much longer? They are very aware of it. Flashbangs have funneled him into this compromised position, and they will take him down together. That's very well played. And speaking of which, Lau's hitting some shots towards the A side. He knows the position of the second. Nitro can't hit the close range AWP shot. I feel like he's in trouble here, and indeed he is. It's up to Elige and his mighty AWP to do most of the heavy lifting here. It's going to be a 2 versus 1. Lau with 100 HP, 2 kills to his name. A Molotov throws it behind the smoke and should be able to get the bomb down, no problem here. But what's the post-plant position? Does he go towards Graveyard and maybe even push that smoke? I would love that play if he went for it, but not going to hold or push any further just yet. Just waiting on the bomb site as both CTs come from quad.
This is a really tough one. He's going to have to get both so quickly. Stewie, of course, has plenty of time to adjust and find the head while he was preoccupied with his teammate, and so that will be a very big one for Team Liquid. 7. They start first foot on the ladder of a comeback in pursuit of a 2-0. HellRaisers. How much resistance can they put up this round? It's a weird division of money. 2 players could do damage, and looks like 2 players will.
AK-47's brought out. That's for Nuki and Issa. Deagles all round, though, for the others. So there is a MAC-10 for Angel, so that's actually a pretty strong weapon on
He loves calling around that MAC-10. I mean,
yeah, it can be so effective, though. If you can design an execution, you throw a MAC-10 in first with flashbangs are being deployed as well. Not only you get it running gun, but you get it in someone's face, especially about a helmet like Stewie 2K. Yeah. He could be going down quickly, but Nafly, he'll also be using the SMG. He's got the MP9 towards the logs, and Stewie just holding at the top. I'm not sure whether Naf wants to push any further, but he's right in front of that smoke and he's going for it. Not really required, but still not the end of the world. He gives up the MP9.
And now Oscar's got himself a weapon as well. It will go back to a 4v4. There was an early fight is taken. That MAC-10 could not handle Elige and Liquid. They're starting to fill up the kill feed. Looks good. Now towards balcony. Nitro's going to slap him with the AWP, and Oscar, an all too familiar tale. Exactly where he was last time he got caught by Stewie from CT. It's exactly where Stewie stands again, but Elige won't be expecting this one. He sees the... Oh, he can deagle this. Oh, he does manage to connect, but he wasn't expecting a second swing so quick. So 12-8. And Liquid, as soon as they did have that full buy round, they've strung 2 together. Let's see how far they can go.
You're absolutely right there, Alex. Should be the eco here. Glocks across the board for now. Pressure starting to be applied as HellRaisers will lose the lead. They still have a 4-round buffer, but on the T side and the round's getting less convincing for them. Plants aren't coming in as thick and fast as Liquid seem to stabilise here, and this round will actually give them a lot of resources going forward as well. It's a full eco, so they shouldn't really lose a single player here and get themselves a nice $3,500 injection. We'll see if that's the case, as Elige will be looking to segregate the T's here. They might as well run through. They were going to lose players anyway, and they do get a trade off it. and it's a 4 versus 2 now. Angel was the walking wounded anyway. It's going to be Lau with just a Glock, and like we said, any kills it could have got would be great, but only the one found. Money going to be in a great place now for Liquid.
I mean, saying that, that's 3 AWP frags. That's not necessarily where you would have wanted those kills to go against the Glocks. Good for Nitro to keep the round stable, but not quite as much cash injected as it could have been on perhaps those rifles. A small factor, but 12-9. And they are starting to build that bank. This is so is this the picture you're painting now? Liquid, they're going to start getting very comfortable if they keep picking up these rounds clean.
Well, I just heard Nitro say, I'm going to go for the pick at Banana. So that's a sign of him going for, he feels confident now. They've got resources to take a few risks. He has been Molotov'd off and doesn't fully commit to it, and rightly so. Like, we have seen a few plays this week of players over-committing when their Molotov comes down, losing their life and not being able to trade it. Nitro said he was going for the pick, but sometimes the plans don't work out. You have to just cancel and fall back into your usual position. He wanted to go for it, but didn't anticipate the Molotov, and that was actually a really good pick. You can see they don't have much utility. There was a chance they couldn't have even got the Molotov there. Could have worked out for him, but he's a very... I think an underrated in-game leader these days. Some people don't even consider him an IGL for some reason. At some point,
strange.
They feel like it's slotted in just out of necessity. He's been doing this for a long time now, and he's the number 1 team in the world. I think it's safe to say he is
one of the greats.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, very smart dude.
Yeah, I think Elige actually. I think the tweet got a lot of attention because Elige points something out that a lot of people hadn't really been talking about. Nitro underappreciated as an in-game leader.
Absolutely.
And, yeah, bang on. Well, he's trying to lead his team to overcome what was a quite terrifying lead. HellRaisers, they won the pistol after a 9-6 half. It put them set to close this one out. But as the weapons have graced Team Liquid's hands, they've been able to keep things consistent. 3 back-to-back, 30 seconds as the assault comes in. It is towards B. Stewie to be tested. He does have the support of Naf up high. And here comes the push. The flash is in. Stewie's blind. It's all on Naf. He has to get more than one. That's a start and a second as well. Bomb loose. The rotate's on his way.
Wow.
He's got another. Issa, just the head showing it's enough. And now the CTs, they've got numbers. The bomb far from down, and with just 10 seconds left, it's looking good.
Oscar just got legged, and that's still not enough. He could still win this round with the AWP. Nitro looking very confident in his own ability right now. The AWP towards the Coffin's position. CT's all making their way towards that side, of course, and the timing looks good for the in-game leader. He will be making his way around. Didn't quite spot the head, but Oscar, he's starting to find kills now. I told you, you had to take him out early. The leg shot was not going to be enough. He found absolutely everything there. So many kills for him. It's going to be the 13th round for HellRaisers. It's just a difference maker there. If Nitro lands the shot cleanly on the boosted Oscar there, that's the round over. But he legged him, took him down to 13 HP, and it wasn't enough. If Oscar's alive with an AWP, he'll find a way to win the round, and Naf has got to be gutted. He couldn't have done more here, Alex.
That is everything and then some. He did everything he possibly could, then gets traded. This is the shot from Oscar. Did take down Twist, and the adjustment, look at this, he just slid into Nitro's POV on Coffins just in the nick of time, and look what that's done to Liquid. Staring down the barrel of 13, they haven't got the money for a full buy. That's where their successes have come from.
Timeout. And it's HellRaisers after losing 3 rounds in a row. Have broken the streak of Liquid here. Liquid are 1 away from double digits. The auto shotgun for Twist. They'll have to be in the apartments with that one. It is a powerful weapon in the right hands, and money's not exactly great on the HellRaisers side either. Mac-10 for Angel again seems to really enjoy bringing that weapon out, and it's actually another perfect time to do so because 3 players now without helmets. Mac-10 actually becomes very, very powerful indeed if you can find those players.
He's a firm believer in it, and more shotguns than I'm used to seeing. Novas, sword-offs, now the XMs come out in Twist's hands. It seems like the perfect weapon for that job, should they come there. Of course, at the moment, not the case. Couple of bullets thrown through the smoke by HellRaisers, but nothing committal, as the smokes start to fade as we reach that 1:20 mark. So does some ground being covered. Looks like apartments is going to be Lau's project for this opening gambit.
Wow, look. This is huge for Liquid. They give this one up. They're 49 down, Alex. And then the money's completely broken as well. This might decide the map in itself as to whether Liquid can hold on. And it's going to be a struggle. Stewie 2K's AWP. That's solo again. This time towards the B site. He hasn't fully committed to T-steps, but he is at the barrels.
Here come the nades. This has just released his smoke, and they start to charge into
down.
Naf and into the meat grinder. Liquid, they need more. And Naf, he's got another multi-kill. Elige, he's got that deagle and he's working wonders. Can he pick up the M4? He can, converts. Wow. HellRaisers, they just walked into this blue and bullets. It's scary. It's Team Liquid.
That was really cool. Oh my goodness, you can see what it means to Angel. That was a massive round, and he knows that the fact they had deagles and shotguns, it was Stewie 2K's AWP towards the B side of the map that funnels them, like he said, into the meat grinder. Navfly somehow gets the first kill, which is the bomber, and it was the Mac 10. That's why they throw the Mac 10 in as jump right. That's not him making a mistake or anything like that. He wants to take the aim off an AWP potentially. So he has to flick up and not be ready to take down multiple kills, right? But close range with shotguns, etc. That was absolutely fine for Liquid. They do find double digits and force HellRaisers now down to an eco. That was the moment, not necessarily to close out the game, but be pretty much good as with the economy situation for Liquid that would have been this round.
Potentially swing round. I mean, HellRaisers win that, it's dire straits for Liquid.
Absolutely. It would have taken so much to get back into it, but now they're full eco. Liquid should get 13-11 and a double AWP setup.
If HellRaisers can't shake them at all with these pistols, those double AWPs are going to carry over. Suddenly, HellRaisers got a whole new task, whole new problem to fix. For now, Issa, he can't even pick up a weapon without meeting an AWP.
He just wanted a PT-50. That's all. He's not trying to cause any harm here.
I just want a new skin.
Yeah.
Chill.
On Nitro, he might struggle with the fact there's 2 targets here, but still nails 1 at least. That's enough. Bomb goes down, gets his second. And it's the player that got tagged up by Nitro, I believe, will be making his way towards quad. Not going to find much, though. Nitro looking very good at that AWP here in the second half. It's been a bit of a rough one here for Liquid after losing every single pistol in this series. They found themselves at a huge deficit at the start of Inferno. They were 6-0 down, Alex, you remember.
It is definitely worth talking about Nitro. He's on your screens right now. Not only is he in-game leading, not only are we talking about him and a whole lot more, but he's got 21 frags. He's also AWPing, game-winning AWPing. And Stewie actually is the one that is a little quiet here on Inferno. Of course, not the series as a whole. He was delivering on Vertigo. But HellRaisers, they've turned up the heat, the timeout called by them. Because this hasn't been a great string of rounds. It was 5 from Liquid to the 1 of HellRaisers in the last 6.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is an elimination game. HellRaisers now just a few rounds away from being removed from the tournament. We'll see if they have what it takes with 5 AK-47s to take down Team Liquid, who look like they are loud and in charge here. It's going to be the double AWP setup of Nitro and Stewie 2K. And 3 players towards B at the very start. Flashbang ready in position. HellRaisers will not be trying to challenge Banana at the very start here. Bomb down towards T steps. And at this stage, it is a slow default. So Angel, well, after the timeout, just wants to see if they can work a pick. Team Liquid aren't over-aggressing at all. But fast mid-push out of nowhere.
Elige, he's going to have more than one. They were all walking into his line of fire, but Nuki quick to trade. That's good. They're starting to pincer in. Wow, it's rare you see this. They actually commit to the wrap. Now Naf and Stewie, they've got themselves completely divided. Split between the two. The smoke's not going to land in time. And what? Just as it plumes, Stewie clicks the absolute right shot, right time. Nuki's gone. Issa's alone. They start to arrive from Banana. Now he's smoked off.
That's smart from Stewie. He had the chance to go for one of those massive plays of his, but he knows if he died... Oh, Issa! The flames, I thought we were going to get him. Guys, be careful. That's at least bought a few seconds with the CT rotation. Nitro might be done for here, but he nails another shot. Oscar getting a taste of his own medicine, and Stewie 2K operates perfectly in this round. He is very disciplined. He makes sure they win it. This is a crucial round for them. How do you just jump through the coffins there and got 1 kill maybe?
Yeah.
He was definitely going to die. He's focusing on round victories there, and you can see this young player known for pushing through smokes and having a chaotic playstyle now really turning into a world-class talent that is sustainable in a top team. So great stuff from him there.
Survival is just as much a part of the CT side as it is getting those shots as well. Timing is everything. Numbers is everything. And you can actually see just how that one concluded. Twist just throwing a nice little dunk. There was a molly coming as well. Issa's fate was sealed. But you can see he did just catch a glimpse of a leg just before the smoke plumed, and that was enough. Love this as well. So quick to shut down Lowell as Twist was the one to dunk him out and find 12. That gap's closing. Angel's feeling the pressure. Yeah, that felt good. They got into the site. They got the picks. And now look at this buy.
It's a partial buy, but they have got Issa invested into the AK-47. Is it enough? The way Liquid are playing right now, maybe not. They have got a Mac 10 that has been successful for them. This looks like a flash attack, Alex, towards the A site. You normally smoke library, Molotov pit, double flash out of the apartments, maybe off the chimney or from the top of middle itself, and then you see what these CZ Mac 10s can do. It's a snowball tactic. It's just the chimney flashbang. If they get the first kill, they're in business, but this counter position really doesn't work out for them. It's Twist with 3, but there is a response, but not much of one. It's going to be a couple of kills short. Doesn't really do a whole lot considering we're going into round number 27 now. 13-13. Liquid with tons of money, and HellRaisers will have a bye. But there's Twist with 22 kills, 19 deaths. It feels like it's business as usual now after recovering from the 6-0 deficit.
Interesting. My God. It was 10-2, 11-2 at one point in favour of HellRaisers. Now we see the 13th round for Liquid. 13-13. Turned this one around, the second half of the first half, and now here in the second half. I don't promise that will make sense.
The AWP's out for Oscar, and you can see not having as much crazy impact as he was in the first half. For some unbelievable shots at the T side, it's a lot more difficult to operate with, and we'll see if he can actually find a few chaotic shots just to mix things up. But it's Nitro that's been delivering the pain with the sniper rifle so far. He looks towards border room right now. It's a bit of a Guardian angle. We normally see him holding that one. Shots exchanged towards B, but no real damage inflicted. Stewie 2K to patrol CT spawn, and Nitro, as you saw, holding the boiler room. Double sniper setup is very effective on Inferno.
Smokes land. And HellRaisers, this restraint, this slow and steady approach is probably product of the last spree from Team Liquid. 4 in a row now. They found 1, but there was 3 prior to that, so it really has been quite the string of rounds here on the ZT side. Once the money was flowing, Team Liquid were going. And with 40 seconds left, they're setting up for the B exec.
Yes, they've got the smokes. Only 2 flashbangs, however, and Stewie 2K with the AWP is the emo. So unless they Molotov him out, he's going to find a couple of frags, Alex. Oh, it's the smokes in front.
The smoke on the front of the site, that's going to make construction a bit awkward as well. They haven't committed just yet now. Here they come. He found the gap. 1 down, Nuki down, Bomb not down because Angel's fallen. Now has managed to find 1, and now with this as Molly, we find ourselves in a 3v3. The Bomb can go down with 9 seconds spare, and that retake is just going to be a straight up 3v3. We're in the retake server. This time, it's about getting closer to 250,000. Hold the lines. Patience. Displayed by both sides, admittedly. Liquid, they don't want to be caught off guard. They start to advance, a bit of a duo. Twist's going to be the spearhead of this assault with his M4. Lau's waiting for them, and that's exactly what he needs to do. Precision on the first, not quite able to find a liege, but time is on their side. I think they've done it.
It looks good,
Nice work from Nitro. Oscar, that should be enough to seal the deal unless, yeah, the liege didn't hold it. And of course, it's Oscar to finish it. He's closing in on 30, Henry.
Yeah, he brings out the AWP, and it's not great in the mid rounds, but once you get a post plant, the AWP really can come into its own. And Oscar's had so many highlights on that B-bomb side in Inferno. The triple kill historically comes to mind. That was obviously a miraculous moment. That one, still very impressive. He plays it to perfection. Elige knew he couldn't win the round at that point, but he thought, at least if I can get a kill on Oscar, I can remove that all potential going forward. But even that wasn't possible. It's 14-13. Still a possibility of taking us to Overpass here. HellRaisers dropped off for a few rounds. They lost 4 in a row, but they have broken the streak, but not the cash. If they can get map point now, Liquid will have nothing left going forward. So this is another huge moment for them, but their money is certainly compromised as well. Nuki just with the UMP. Flashman goes through. Stewie this time looking towards logs. He's not going to check it. Angel will be ready for it. Gets the first kill. 5 versus 4 now.
The Molotov's not going to touch him. I think he's safe. He's found a little safe haven in the heat. And my goodness, Stewie going down. That aggression could cost Team Liquid, could send them to Overpass. The rest, they're going to have to make up for the slack Stewie has provided. Nitro responsible for B. Just 1 there at the moment. They are starting to look like they're turning tail. At least you'd catch a glimpse of it. Nitro, he stands poised, unfazed. Oh, he saw a toe. That's it. A little T boot. And that's enough for him to back out.
He's the only player there for now, with rotations from Nafly coming through, but 5 HellRaisers players there, and they're going to drop their smokes now. That's pretty much all they have, though. Oh,
no.
Nitro caught out of position, but he does survive. Nafly, the covering fire. And Nitro now really doesn't have the ideal weapon to do much with this. No scope will have to be the porter call, not going to connect as the bomb's planted.
What can you do? Should be a safe plant from Lowell as well. Tries to bang him through the coffins. That's fantastic.
Wow.
Great awareness from Nitro. Catches Nuki. That's a power position gone. Numbers level. Lovely crossfire established by Angel. Nitro, he's somehow finding another one. And another one! Nitro delivers in the same way Khaled does. He's on 3 frags. He's looking for the 4th to save Liquid. They have no money if they lose this round. It's a 1v1. Looking for his 28. And he finds it. He's got time. Has he got the kit? Doesn't matter. Or does it?
Oh, does it, Machine says.
Oh,
it looks like he's okay, Alex. I think he's fine.
Oh, that's so scary.
Just to note, that was one of the craziest plays of the tournament so far. Nitro just bailed them out. I don't know how he gets that first kill from Coffins towards the top there where Nuki was. Like, that was insane. And then he somehow comes out 1 versus 1. Angel knows he's coming there, hits a shot. This is where it all began. What the hell was that? How does he even know? And then every kill just seems to go in his favor. Quick scopes, no scopes, all of it really. The smoke bangs and Angel, I think he knew he was done for. He's like, Nitro, he isn't going to miss me here. I don't know what to do. I'll hide in the corner. And that's pretty much all he could do. Nitro was an absolute beast that round and gets 14-14. Lost bonus and the bomb plant will keep HellRaisers alive. But Liquid, that was by the skin of their teeth. They avoid map points.
And he's
Nitro,
not done.
He keeps going.
He is not interested in Overpass. He's like, I left my Overpass strat book at home. We're going to have to finish it here.
Wow.
He is on par with Oscar, and Oscar's having one of his games. Oscar's having an Oscar game that we don't have a term for a Nitro game, you know? I mean, I think I've just created it, actually. It's called a Nitro game. He's having one of them. Because 29 frags. Orps filling the kill feed as well. I'd love to have Orp statistics, see if this is an anomaly or if he really has started to accelerate with his use of the scope weapon. Always was his responsibility, but he does seem to be growing
He was
in
never
comfort.
known as like a star or player.
No.
He's always like very good with the weapon. Everyone's like, no, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
But this performance, this is world class. This is like top 3 in the
it's
orbit. Yeah.
comfortable,
This is what you'd think maybe it was device in the server right now, but it's Nitro and he's absolutely killing it. So it is going to be the B execution, Alex, with little to nothing here. With just 1 smoke, make it 2 now. Flashbang and a Molotov, and they've got a mandate advantage smoked out, and I love this setup on the CD side of Inferno. You had the advantage, especially you got Stewie 2K and CT Spawn. Now he is with Nafly, he's boosted up, but he's going to bait him in. He's going to try and show as much presence as he can towards that lower area, even up to this point of firing off shots. He's going to flash through and go for a couple of kills here. It doesn't work out. Oh, the MP9 might not be ideal up here. We'll see if Nafly can actually do anything with this. He hasn't looked, and now
He wants to stop the plan. Oh, he's going straight for Angel. Takes the low HP player up. That's enough, but the bomb did go down. So 3v3 and Nitro, surely not. Not this time. Oscar reminds him he's got a weapon too, and my god, that's quick onto a Liege. What an adjustment from one side to the other. And Twists, he's out of there, and so is almost all of the dollary dues for Liquid. They're in trouble. Yeah. They're in jeopardy.
It's a massive round. Of course it is for HellRaisers. Gets into map point. It's Oscar delivering with the AWP after losing the first pick, no less. Now, I dare say that was maybe a bit too aggressive from Stewie 2K there. Like I was building up, I just wanted to see a bit of presence there. Some shots fired just through the smoke. He didn't have to commit fully through it, and it would have been enough to maybe give Nafly an opportunity to use that MP9. But as soon as Stewie went down, he was only good for 1. It doesn't have the range. It needs to have the spray game as well. Stewie could have ended it all there if he gets a couple of kills, but it was such a gamble. Through the smoke he went. The flashbang didn't seem as effective as he was hoping. And here we go. Another timeout. Going to round number 30. Can Liquid get to overtime with nothing really saved at all? They had an AK-47. That's in the hands of Twist, but they all sit around $1,400, unfortunately. It's the bottom of the loss bonus. Here's the replay of Oscar showing us why he's considered one of the top snipers on the planet. So powerful, so precise, and so exciting as well. It is going to be now Liquid with the decision. What do they go with? SMGs or pistols here? It's that 1 AK, 2 CZs, a Deagle, and an MP9. It does not look good, Alex.
Liquid have lost Inferno twice this year versus Astralis and MIBR. HellRaisers looking to be the 3rd name on that list, at least in recent memory. I think that might have been the last 3 months. It is. And so we jump in. This is it. Team Liquid, they put all of their faith, all of their funds into Twists. He has the AK, it was of course recovered. And he's going to have to do so much work with this. They've decided to put him towards apartments.
Overpass looking likely now, considering the buy of Liquid. Towards Banana, HellRaisers will begin their campaign. Stewie 2K there with Nafly. They are the players that don't really have a whole lot. An MP9 and a CZ, that is it. And that's why Nafly's holding the off angle now, trying to steal a kill away, fade out of the situation, but they're not challenging him at all. It will be Key and Angel. Bit of spray from Lau towards the apartments here. As we get to the 1 minute mark here, it's HellRaisers with a very conservative approach, just trying to work out what they're up against.
Just want to make sure Liquid aren't pulling any naughty stacks. At the moment, relatively standard. It's just the weapons that are not. This is going to take some short control. Gets it. They're trying to show face. It feels a little too blatant, just firing random shots as they leap. And it has forced off player Naf with the CZ on his way towards A. The bomb quite the opposite. Dropped towards D steps.
35 seconds. Bomb is down T steps, and Nafly really wants to slice the action here. CZ in the smoke right now. 3 players making their way towards B, but the bomb isn't there. First kill for Stewie 2K, indeed, through the smoke, and Angel's low as well. The pallet boost doesn't work out for Elise. That was the one he could have got for free. The bomb makes his way towards A now. Back and forth we go. Elise is isolated on the side. He's got pressure from Arch and indeed Quad. Issa hits a great shot, and time is running low, but it's not going to matter. That's the plant guaranteed. I think they've done enough. And unless Stewie 2K can make this work, 2 versus 2.
My goodness, Naf's low as well. It's all on Stewie. At least Naf found the AK. Twist lost it. He's found an AK. Lowell and Oscar to defend. Lowell and Oscar to take us to Overpass. A series many thought would be a 2-0. HellRaisers, they're looking to shout loudly.
No
Naf,
way.
He shut us up. He makes the AK work with just 12 HP from Pit. It's Lowell. He's already tagged up. This should be it. Liquid, they're pushing. Lowell, the Spaniard. He's got the courage. He hasn't got the life. And Naf, has he got the time?
I don't think he has it.
I don't think he does.
He hasn't.
Hold your breath.
It's so close.
Hold.
I don't think he has it. I don't think he has it. I think HellRaisers have done enough here.
Looking at the green light. It looks just a little short. My God, a millimeter. 16-14. We're off to Overpass.
Wow, what a game that was. It really had it all. 2 titans of the sniper rifle locking horns. That was such an entertaining map to watch, and there's still more action to come. Overpass sets the scene very well. It's been described as HellRaisers' best map, but guess what? Liquid are no strangers to it either. With their new coach coming in, their playstyle suits the map perfectly. And Oscar, what an absolute beast performance that is. 31 kills.
He just digs them out of holes again and again. Well, who's going to step up from Liquid? They've got themselves into quite the hole. It's Overpass, 3rd map. HellRaisers exceed expectations. Let's see if Liquid can meet theirs. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll be breaking that one down.
Champions of ESL 1 Cologne.
Do you remember?
Welcome to the Cathedral of Counter-Strike.
Think you've seen it all?
Are you ready to be a part of Counter-Strike history?
ESL 1 returns to Cologne in 2019.
At the highest level of play, there can be no compromises. Gamers demand the highest clock speeds to give them the FPS they need to perform. Rise to the moment. Intel Core i7, the official CPU of the ESL Pro League. Game, record, stream without compromise.
Bon spectacle. been there since the beginning. Every map, every frag, every moment. I run, but I never hide. With knowledge comes power, and power is to be wielded wisely. Which is why, as the expert, I bet with Betway. If you know CSGO, then you'll know the best way to bet on esports is with Betway, for the love of the game.
This is Game Fuel. It's domination in a can. Tastes like loser tears.
New Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
That means I can't describe the way I vibe, the way I slide in with the rhymes that make the dimes. I'll close their eyes and fantasize. I'm divine, calling their phone number. No, you know I love it. And you know me, I can't sleep without blazing beats. On stages for their ones gracefully. And I got a smile that they hate to see. Young, black, successful, though life gets stressful. Though life gets stressful, go and vibe out with whoever you next to.
Vibe until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you want it, so I got it for you. Let's all get together and show them how we move, we move, we move, bringing summer to you.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, Occitanie, Betway, Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel, and PaySafeCard.
Well, if you dozed off into that series, then there's a chance that you miss what exactly happened, because that was a thriller all the way to the end. HellRaisers able to stabilize this best of 3 out by grabbing this second map of Inferno, and it was a very tight-knit affair. There was a lot of individual plays that came out in that one as well. Speaking of individuals, I want to go ahead and introduce some of them. I do have 2 analysts here on the desk with me. Throughout, at least I think you guys are here for both games, but even if you're not, that's fine.
He's taking the middle game off.
Okay.
Yeah. He said he wanted a break. He said it's too much work, so...
Figures. Speaking of work, HellRaisers had to put in work over there on the map pick of Liquids. What do we think about this?
Let's be honest. I think Liquid deserved to lose this one.
Yeah.
I think Liquid played a horrible game. They've now lost all 4 pistols as well in this series, so things are not looking good for Liquid right now. I don't know what exactly it is they're missing, Chad. Maybe you have an idea to that, but it seems like they're a little bit off today.
I was going to frame it in a different light. I was going to frame it in the way that HellRaisers completely outplayed them in the first half, right? They outmaneuvered them. 2 of the 6 rounds they were able to pick up were clutches. Stewie had to have that amazing round where he got Nuki completely blind as they're entering into the B bomb site, had to win 1-on-2, and then Naf with the Galil on a 1-on-2. That half wouldn't have even been close without those clutches. So I think the way that they played their CT side, HellRaisers that is, was fantastic. It dealt with Liquid's map control very well.
And there's something to be said about the AWPs in this map. We saw Oscar with it.
Yeah.
We saw Nitro making big plays. They had such an influential impact here throughout the entirety of Inferno.
And Inferno is not necessarily a map you think of, being an AWP-heavy map. You like to think that it's better to have 5 rifles sometimes. Yeah. You like to think that's the style that Liquid would practice it. But you're right, the AWPs in this game was influential, and especially Oscar had some good moments on the small bomb side in the retake scenarios.
Yeah, exactly. To build on that Oscar point, right? He always was really good when they were in a situation. When everything was happening, that's when Oscar thrives, right? But they put themselves in such a fantastic position to close this game out, and then frustration got the better of them. The camera shots that we were getting of them having absolute meltdowns was ridiculous. I don't know why they were like that, because they were in the driver's seat for the majority of this game.
I mean, we're talking about true face palms. We got to see front row ticket to the face palms of HellRaisers.
This is a face palm moment right here. The bomb is down, and then before Nitro grabs all those kills with Twist chiming in for 1 as well, they just face. They have the number advantage. That's a 2-on-4 situation. There's no rush, there's no real pressure, and 3 players decide to all face CT spawn, putting so much pressure on Angel to fight a 1v1 against Nitro. There's a concept that when the player is in that situation, he's just hitting shot after shot. It's kind of like momentum. He's building up, and you always feel like he's definitely going to win that round, right? So Nitro was looking good to win that one, and then from that point I thought, oh no, HellRaisers surely just melted down and lost the game now, but still hung on. They kept fighting.
I mean, they potentially should have lost the game at that point. That was horrible play by HellRaisers. I mean, I do understand why they're face pumping. I do understand why that's the situation. They know they're playing Liquid, the best team in the world as of right now. Getting to 14-14, the money wasn't really great for HellRaisers coming into the next round as well. So that could potentially have been it. That would have been a big mistake. And as you said, HellRaisers were in the lead this entire game. They won all 4 pistols. They were only getting close done by Liquid because they won a ton of clutches they shouldn't have won. So as you said, HellRaisers did probably outplay Liquid here. And that's a problem now considering we go into Overpass.
This last round was almost another meltdown as well. Like this one here, Naf almost won it, right? Like it came down to the final moments there. These situations, they just should never have been happening. And this is what was I guess, the crux for Liquid to make this an interesting game, was the individuals stepping up in these moments time and time again. Without that, this wasn't a game. And you just mentioned it. Liquid, yes, they are ranked the #1 team in the world right now, but they're not playing like it in this matchup. And they need to turn that around for Overpass. I think that when we move forward, HellRaisers, even though they got the victory, are going to be so mentally shattered and so mentally drained that now Liquid and their experience and their caliber will just run all over this roster.
Well, this young gentleman in Naf has certainly been an influential player there throughout the Liquid lineup, but overall, what is it going to take as we jump into Overpass? You said it, we have a last map on the cards now. What is it going to take for Liquid to overcome this one? Because that's kind of a slap in the face there at the end.
It is going to be a slap in the face. I think you need to see Stu 2K, play a little bit better as well. His stats is not that great right now. He is having a lot of impact as an intro fighter right now. That's the problem I feel with Stu 2K, because we said the same thing in Dallas. He had a great amount of impact. He was the best opening player in the entire tournament. But apart from that, he's not doing a lot of work right now. I think he may be sacrificing him a little bit too much for the Liquid sake, because I think they can win without him going, blasting out and opening all the rounds all the time. So in that sense, Stu 2K maybe slow down a little bit and be more of a held back player. I know it's hard to say to him because he is that, intuitive, just going in there.
Explosive type thing.
Very explosive, always goes in there as the first guy, but stay alive because he's also good in clutch scenarios, and I feel Liquid just need to stay together. Maybe adopt a little bit of that North play style where they run as a pack and just run all over HellRaisers as you were describing.
Yeah, I just think that they need to be a bit more decisive in their early game here. In Inferno, they were pushing pushed around the map, right? They were forced away from Banana. Angel and Nuki did a good job of making them go towards that A bomb site and double guess themselves, and they were going back and forth and caught in limbo. I just think they need to know that they're the better team, because they are. They should just come out and play like that. And I feel like this one should be, as we were talking about in the opening segment, it should be quick. This should be fast. This should be a 16-5 type of game. I think that HellRaisers, just the way they looked, must be mentally depleted, angry at one another, and I feel like the frustration levels are boiled over and they're done.
Yeah, I mean, there's a real chance that perhaps we can get some insight on it. We're going to go ahead and check in with the coach of the HellRaisers right now. Maybe get some insight as to what's going on in their camp.
The number one team in the world drops a map and HellRaisers take it, but by the very last second, LMBT, you guys were looking stressed. I saw Angel here and he literally thought that it was over. He thought we were going to overtime again now and it's going to have to be playing it out. What was the feeling going on? Because you guys certainly were having mad, mixed emotions.
I mean, last round doesn't matter that much. We again had 3-on-2 advantage and we managed to throw it because of miscommunication. But there was a round before on B, 5v4, we planted the bomb and we lost it something like 2-on-5 in the end. On really important scoreline, it was 14-13 for us, I believe. Yeah. And if we would win it, they wouldn't have a money. But yeah, I mean, those clutches basically destroyed us. And we got lucky that they didn't have a kid last round, so yeah, but sometimes you need to be lucky.
Luck is certainly part of the game, but we're going to Overpass next, and this is a very strong map for you guys. You've had some close games in the past on it. You're going up against the Liquid coming into it. How are you guys feeling now after this? Is this going to be enough to take you through now and say, like, yes, okay, we can get the job done?
I mean, we don't have a distance, despite the fact that we have something like 5-0 on Overpass, I believe, but Liquid had something like 50-0. Yeah. So you don't know who's going to win it, especially after this map, because they lost their pick. They was confident, right? Maybe they lost a bit of confidence, I don't know. Maybe they think we got lucky. I mean, I don't know what's going through their heads, first of all. But with us, we're just chilling and playing. We're underdog, so.
Always the underdog, chilling and playing, that's what it is. Go and enjoy your time with the team, man. Thank you so much. We're going back to the desk. Let's see how this epic series is going to end.
Yeah, I'm going to be real honest. I'm not convinced at all that anything's going on over there, but pandemonium and chaos as we go into Overpass, I'm not sold.
I've got chill in my last name, and that's definitely nothing close to it because these guys looked frazzled, right? Sure, they do have a good record on Overpass, but these are the teams they've beaten. Big, Heroic, Chaos, Aristocracy, and Fnatic. Think about the teams that Liquid beat on Overpass on a regular basis. Once again, the disparity has been set between these two teams.
That it has. And so has the stage, which is going to be Overpass. Oscar's going to need to keep it going. 51-37 KD as we go into this last map. And can Liquid stay alive in pursuit of that Intel Grand Slam? It's time to find out. And it's going to be Henry G and Alex to give it to you.
A shaken HellRaisers. Despite the victory, thank you so much, Stunner and the Desk. They have set the scene. Yes, HellRaisers take us to 3. Yes, it is a map that they have succeeded on. Even on the way here, a lot of their Overpass games were actually to get here to qualify for Montpellier.
But still dejected after winning the second map, it seemed. Like, I wasn't believing in that speech at all from LMBT, but he's got to keep believing here. It's a good map for them. There's every chance that Oscar can pop off once again, as he'll be falling back towards middle here. He has got intel of the first player as he ducks and weaves around the bathrooms here. Bomb will be towards that steps position, but look at Nafly. He's got the P250. He has armor as well, the Superman T setup. He'll be making his way towards those bathrooms now and is clearing it out for his teammates as Stewie will be holding the flanks towards B. Lovely little boost towards middle.
It's a good way to get info relatively safely. Rarely pre-aimed. Oscar, he's going to have an opportunity for one here. Twists, just whistles past the ear of him, and Liege doesn't make the same mistake, and therefore the lead now favours Liquid, and Nuki's immediately going to be able to catch Naf on that long push. He was alone. Quite the opposite can be said for the rest of Liquid, though, as they group up. The pack of death starts to roll towards A. The receiving end is Issa. Nuki propped up on long.
1-4. 35 seconds remain. And remember, Liquid have not picked up a single pistol, Alex. It's a bit of a shame for them so far.
0 for 4 for Liquid. And, well, now Elige, Nitro and Stewie, they're going to have to try and overcome the odds. Nice flash. That's going to let the bomb go down. Uncontested. Issa was forced back behind the box because of it. Nitro got the info, though. The sound cue was there, and looks like they're building quite a good mental picture of where they are, but the frags have to come through as well, though, and they're not. CT's filling it up. Just Stewie. Bomb's not even planted for him. It's not the plant for toilets. He's just going to have to accept that this bomb's going to be defused, and maybe he'll take one. He does do just that, but that is going to be 0 for 5 now. HellRaisers have won every single pistol this series. Yeah. Incredible.
Yeah, he didn't even have armor to save there, so just had to go for a kill. He'd at least get $300 in that respect. The HellRaisers Another pistol for them, Alex. That is kind of insane.
That's the dream.
Yeah, that's so beneficial for them going forward. You could see there wasn't much conviction in LMBT's voice when he was talking about the team as overall. It's like they know they've got a lot of problems here. They're just playing their game. Luckily, some of their stars really are shining brighter than ever today. Oscar especially with the AWP. Overpass as well. He could cause some serious damage. But round number 2, forced buy from Liquid here after getting the bomb down. We've got 2 rifles, a MAC-10 as well. Got the AK in the hands of Elige, Stewie 2K with that Galil, and he'll be the one leading the charge towards Connector.
This is an important fight. Oscar versus Stewie. Oh, he doesn't have time to adjust. It will be traded by Nitro, and he will be able to upgrade. Take the Galil from his fallen comrade. Fresh magazine, and continues his adventure. The bomb absolutely miles away, detached from either bomb site. It's not going to be going down anytime soon. Nuki caught Naf here on the pistol, and now he's got a friend, Angel and Nuki, pushing for some long control. What's the intention here, Henry?
So they need to get something on the map. They're currently segregated right now. Lau's essentially alone in B. Issa has rotated in, but you can see he doesn't have much to work with there. So Issa, he'll be holding graffiti. That is trying to just check long, essentially, at the very start. I realise no one's there. At 45 seconds, there might be a decent call to send another player over towards B. Nuki will be holding the position. They're trying to set up the old bait and switch play, though. So there it is. So the idea is now Nuki can hold in the one and done position. They might overlook it considering Angels had that presence, but 4 players for Liquid now towards middle. They still have enough for an execution here with 2 smokes and a Molotov there. Angel, he knows he's got nothing. No flashbangs. He has to just hit every single shot. This is the force buy, remember, from Liquid, and they've got the execution potential. Molotov coming in as well, and Angel, I think he's accepting it. He actually wants to fight here.
Ooh, indecision. He wasn't sure how he wanted to react to those smokes. Tries to play just on the edge of them, and with 10 seconds left, that bomb needs to go down now. It's in the hands of Twist. He's taking his time. 5 seconds. If they just stop Twist, this would be the end of the round. They can't find him, and instead it goes down. Now from long, they will emerge. Nice connection from Naf. Twist has a deagle of his own. Didn't quite connect the shot. 3 versus 3 after plant, and they've managed to get away. Completely leave the site. Now these fights get awkward for HellRaisers. They don't have a smoke. They do have a kit, and so fights need to happen. Angel's going to be the first. Throws his hat in the ring, and it's huge from Angel. Twist is gone. They're on it. Naf, he's not going to be there in time, and therefore HellRaisers, they're going to find the second. The execute's good. The afterplan's good. Angel's better.
That was so well played from Angel. I can't believe the transfer from the flower bed to the bathrooms as well. It was so precise that he couldn't have played that better if he tried. Remember, he had no utility there. He was the solo A player. His teammate Nuki was isolated towards long. Sure, you feel like he can back you up, but the execution had a Molotov towards the end of long, so Angel was there with no one else to back him up. He had a couple of flashbangs from his teammates as they came through. He doesn't deny the plan, but he does get the job done when he pushes towards the mouth of the bomb site. 2 huge kills found. Defuse comes in, and Team Liquid, another plant and a chance to buy here, but it's around 3,500 as you can see now. Do they want to take a buy here? They'll take at least a timeout to work out whether they want to go with Galils and AKs here. It's a difficult choice.
And we could take a timeout to remind anyone that has just joined us and hasn't had the luxury of following the Pro League finals from the start why this is an elimination game. Liquid on their opening game of Group B, it's a best of 1. The first game of each group is a best of 1. They fell to North. It was on Dust 2. It was a 16-13 affair, but that thrust them into the lower bracket where they have kept their head above water versus Tyloo. A quick 2-0 there, didn't have to even break double digits or concede double digits. But now, a new task, HellRaisers. This isn't for a spot, they're not playing for a spot, they're playing for survival. The winner of North, MIBR, will be the adversary for the victor here, for a spot in the finals. And let's not forget the prize pool is huge here. 250,000 for first. 250,000 used to be the prize pool for the whole major.
It really is one of the bigger events on the calendar. It's a prestigious one. It's a lot to get to this stage of the tournament. Even to get to the LAN itself is an ordeal, right?
Yeah, and now Liquid are playing a best of 1 for survival in it.
Yeah.
HellRaisers looking pretty damn good, and this round certainly does. They've only got some pistols up against them and a couple of smokes and flashes as well on Twisted and Nitro, and the fight happens again in Underpass. Oscar prevails 2 times out of 2.
Yeah, great stuff from him. Stewie 2K down, but his teammate's not out. It's going to be Nafly with the Desert Eagle shot towards Nuki. Oscar, though, he has looked so good today. Orb, rifles, pistols, you name it. He is absolutely killing it, but Twist will kill him this time. 3-on-3, and there is a smoke available, now an incendiary as well, and 2 rifles. There is quite the chance they can pull this one off. And is there any sort of reaction in terms of positioning from the CTs here? We've got Angel probing toward long, not getting a ton of information, and Lau alone on the B bomb site. It's as you just saw, will have to maintain A by himself. And I feel like the pressure will be on the Spaniard here. He hasn't had any action at all. 0-0-0 in his stats, no ADR. This will be his first interaction, Alex.
His first bullet that actually connects. Not yet, though. Oh, no! Indecision! Oh, it's the mother of all duck-ups.
Duck-ups.
And it has cost him his life, potentially the round. Bomb goes in. The scavenged away Org, the FAMAS. Nitro's managed to find one as well during all of this. And it's a 2v3 retake. They have a smoke, they have a molly, they have armor. They've got the advantage, there's no doubt about it. But Liquid, they can just use that clock to their advantage.
Well, this is looking great. We'll see what can be done. Angel and Issa both had strong games so far. The retake does come through. No kits available. Bomb ticking at some pace now. It looks like Liquid have done enough. The lineup is there. Angel, can he find the second? The repeat comes in for a Nitro. They haven't touched the bomb, but it should be enough. Remember, no kits available here. Twistus has to kill one. He's done that. He secures the round. Angel will remove the gun from him at least, but they win the round. It's been such an ordeal for them after losing every single pistol so far. They have a partial bite here, and finally getting a little bit of luck in their favor to be the first round for Liquid.
That was a 4v5 disadvantage for Liquid with pistols that they just turned around, right?
Was that an ace for Angel, by the way? I'm not sure. He's got 7-0 right now. It was at least 3 or 4. I couldn't keep
3
up.
or 4. I mean, check this out from Lau. Pulling out that molly, he had the steps, then sees the shadow, decides he wants the FAMAS. By that time, Nitro's had 2 50 caliber bullets into the shoulders of the Spaniard. And so, into round 4 we venture. It's map 3. Just our first series. 2 more series after this. If you're enjoying the Counter-Strike, you've got a whole day planned.
You really have. Yeah, clear your schedule, because there's some fantastic games coming up and some great plays from Nafly, it seems. He'll take down Angel trying to cross over the monster tunnel there. Looking to find their second round here. You can see it's a compromised buy from HellRaisers. Oscar, no armor, barely any utility, and they are going to be pushing toward long by the looks of things. That's going to be Nuki ready to swing round if required. He's in front of the rock right now. Of an off position, playing with his snipers on the flower bed, so hopefully looking to get 1 kill and fall back, but no presence from Liquid so far. It's Lau that takes heavy damage from the grenades as Liquid look focused towards that A side of the map.
Focused and about to meet Oscar. Doesn't connect the shot, it's a rare miss, and they can thrive with those circumstances. Nuki, though, he still has his back turned to them. They're clearing. If Twist makes the call, and if Nuki hits that shot, things could start to spiral. There is another. Nuki's aware of it. Nitro's going to be pushing him from one side and out. Just couldn't quite handle that. Lot of different sound cues going on there.
Yeah, he did absolutely everything he could. Well played to get that 1 kill, but surrounded. Liquid had time to really punish him for being so exposed as we head into the 25-second territory. Lau and Issa will stick together. Bit of a gamble, you know, just hold together. If they do somehow come to A, we'll certainly challenge it. If they go B, probably save the weapons.
It is the Lata. Lata? Let me try again. Lata.
I like Lata too.
Lata, that kind of made it sound
your own thing.
As pretentious and posh as possible.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I'll do the Lata. Yeah. On my gap year.
My gap year, I spent...
I chundered everywhere. Anyway, so that's shout out for our UK esports fellas in the chat. They'll understand that one. It was people had that video on their phones before memes were a thing.
Well, now they really are.
Memes are totally a thing. I have to say, I do think the UK's also been screwed in the flag department.
Okay, please.
Like, look at Jordan. Jordan looks badass. Spain's pretty cool. I like the vibrant little yellow stripe. We're a bit busy, and so's Lowell. He's going to lose the AWP. They're both going to lose their weapons. And that's going to be Liquid's second. They lose the pistol. Liquid haven't won a single pistol this series, and yet now they find themselves 2-2, all square, shrugging it off.
Absolutely true. Liquid, those were 2 very important kills towards the end. Had they saved those couple of rifles towards the end of that round, HellRaisers might have been persuaded to force into this one, but I think a full eco is on the cards. They've lost 2 rounds in a row. That's $1,900 per player. They'll get $2,400 each into the next round. That means Oscar cannot buy the AWP unless he somehow gets a kill with the USP this round. Then he can get the glass cannon again, but he has to find at least 1 kill.
I like that. That's a good mini objective to keep your eyes on. Oscar is. They're going to be one of the first ports of contact. He's being supported by some utility. They swing out long at the same time. Distracted. Oscar's gone. Won't be happening today. And they are managing to put some pressure on it. Look at this. Teamwork makes the dream work. 2 with the USPs as they all can group up. 4 of them working together to overcome just 2. And that's, that's the best of a bad situation.
Yes, that's absolutely true. Well, there won't be the AWP here. It's going to be Liquid with 3-2 lead. And I think a timeout might be in order at this point because HellRaisers, they have been compromised. Oscar will have to accept the AUG, but like I said, he's been killing it in every single weapon.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a massive issue. This AUG is looking phenomenal today. 1 kit, no incendiaries, only a couple of smokes. This is a very difficult round for HellRaisers. Liquid are the masters of the T-side overpass. They have a very slow game, great shots. Obviously, we've seen that throughout this series. And for now, just going to presumably play a bit of a default here. Stewie's always in that connector, but this fight very important. And he goes down.
I think Oscar's 3 for 3.
Yeah.
And that's even better. Gets a second before going down. 3 members of Liquid invest towards Underpass. Oscar takes 2 of them.
I would have liked to have seen a little bit more from Stewie there. Maybe a flash, a Molotov, just to get him in position, you know. Oscar just had to wait, pull the trigger, and gets himself a couple of frags there. The second one, very impressive, just to know. Just the first one, you're right. It seems like he really is coming on top of that duel every single time. And this was supposed to be a nightmarish round from HellRaisers. They actually got a 4-1-3 lead. Yeah, and Nafly's 1 HP.
It's going to really haunt him, and he's got a boatload of nades. He wants to get good use out of it. It's hard to do so when you could throw a paper clip at him and he'd fall over.
And just to know, if you die with all your grenades, you only drop the most valuable ones. So it's not like your teammates can pick up everything. But Alicia's picked up that frag at least. It's going to bring it back to a 3-on-3.
At what cost? Elysian Naf, they've got 7 HP between them. Liquid have done ridiculous things in the past, but I can't help but feel Nitro has to be the linchpin in this. With the AWP, it's really not ideal. The nades, though, they are going to be doing their job. It's exactly what I wanted to see. Get them out of the hands of Naf. And Angel's already been tagged up by that Molotov. Hoping for the headshot angle. It's smart from Naf. That doesn't stop Angel. It really doesn't stop him. HellRaisers, they're going to stabilize. Back to 3-3. It's just back and forth, tit for tat.
Angel has done such a fantastic job. He's always been heralded as one of the better in-game leaders in terms of fragging, but this is above and beyond expectations. The way he's holding that A-side, the shots he's hitting, the plays he's making, just at this sort of moment as well. If he goes down quickly, he's got 33 HP at this point, Alex, and he's still challenging, nailing shots. It's looking very precise and calm. So that's really fantastic work from him. And that was a compromised buy from HellRaisers. 3 players survive. They now get the utility, the AWP for Oscar. He'll throw the incendiary towards the playground to stop any fast pushes towards long. You can see him now really feeling it. He wants to get another opening kill, but Liquid have 5 players outside the B bomb site. I assume maybe a double nade towards the boost position, then go for the execution. It's going to be Nitro setting up some smokes for them as they in their way through the short pipe here. 3 players in that position. No damage done just yet. CTs do have 3 on the bomb site waiting.
And so here come the nades. So they choose to commit on this. It's likely Issa's going to throw a Molotov in response. Do they want to get their toes warm? It does seem like they do. Issa wants to get his beak wet. Gets a frag. Now, only going to get 1, and it's just back and forth, always favouring. Angel got 3 there. They come to the other bomb site. He's still there. He's such a nuisance for them. 12-2. Perhaps it's not Angel who's a good leader on Overpass. Perhaps he's a good fragger on Overpass. It's not the first time we've seen it. Round 8, 12 to his name.
Yeah, he's killing it right now and killing Team Liquid. Every single round, it seems to be finding multiple frags with these big spray downs there. Lovely work towards short. This was a full execution as well from Liquid. They dropped everything, all the bells and whistles, the smokes, the molotovs, the flashes, and he holds it very well indeed. And they're going to be knocked down to an eco here as Nuki wants a slice of the action himself. He'll be investigating towards top and middle. It's this time who will be getting a molotov towards short, just trying to find intel towards that connector, and you're right, he definitely can. Oscar maybe in a bit of a compromised position there against the pistols as he'll try and fall back. The smoke is there to protect him, but you can see starting to struggle now, but the backup arriving just in time.
He had so much faith in that USP.
Yep.
So much faith. Didn't decide to run away. I say that as perhaps, no, kept safe by Nuki. Just with 4 HP, his 2 kills are once again plenty. And so HellRaisers, for the first time this game, are going to be able to pull away only just a little bit. 5-3 lead. This will be 3 in a row now from HellRaisers. In direct response to Liquid's 3 that they strung together. Now, I mean, best case scenario. Looks a little bit of a higher HLTV rating, but aside from that, this round should be all said and done. Oscar's holding it. He's low, and he's not wrong to wallbang it because he actually hit him. He had 4. He's on 1.
No way.
Can you believe it?
Well,
3 points of damage. It was 4. It was 7. It was something tiny. but tagged through the thick toilet walls, 50 caliber, no match.
Yeah, they are thick. They're concrete bathrooms.
4 Cs, I reckon.
Yeah, indeed. AWP still for Oscar, of course. He's got himself 7k in the bank, and HellRaisers is finding quite the lead here. He did so well to it, so he missed the initial shot, but like you said, the USP, such conviction with the shot, manages to get a second and survives all the way through. Liquid now with 5 AK-47s. Remember, it's Nitro's AWP that was really lighting things up on Inferno. Doesn't need down the T side here of Overpass. I'm not sure he'll bring it out at all. He will on the CT side for sure. But here's Nookie again. Still with the same setup. They haven't got to use this yet. That's why they're running it a few times. They want to show us what it's capable of. He'll hide 9-year-old bike there as Oscar will try and bait him into. The idea is Oscar takes the shot. They swing out trying to trade out that kill, and they won't have any idea that this player is dodging flashes by the bicycle.
Oscar's going to try and sell it as best he can, but that's only if he has an audience to play to. At the moment, Liquid not interested. Instead, perhaps a descent towards B. The bomb has not really moved too far from spawn. Oscar still will be first contact though. I say that, Nuki does meet his demise. The long setup falls, but Oscar, he's not going down without a fight. 2, maybe 3. Close quarters, get out of here, Oscar. He sends them home with a sick note. Nitro, he's already tagged up. Naf, he's on the other side of the map. Amole just landed on his toes as well. Nades are there, and HellRaisers, they're looking intimidating. This is good Counter-Strike, ripping the #1 team in the world currently. A new one, 6-3.
Yeah, and this is the map they really made a name for themselves when they first got this lineup together with Dren coming in, Stewie in the lineup as well. It was Overpass who started to notice, well, they're not a chaotic team anymore. They're slow, they're methodical, they've got these executions. It's a very slow game. It seems to be a great map for them. The HellRaisers, like we said, we don't have much information on them, but they're unbeaten on the map with this lineup so far. I think it's 5-0, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, sure, you can't really take that much away from it, but you can see they are very comfortable so far. They win the pistol. They had a bit of a hiccup in the third round and gave 3 away in total, but now scoreline is looking very good for them indeed. It is going to be 6-3. AWP will still remain. They've got so much money building up on Oscar. You can even drop weapons at this point and still have $7,000 available. There he is, Oscar. 11 and 6 ADR, 125. Remember, only going into round number 10, so 9 rounds played, he's got 11 kills.
And just to throw some stats on, we said Liquid's Overpass is strong. Just while I talk, watch this again from Oscar. But the fact of the matter is, they have played this in the last 3 months 15 times on LAN. And the fact that they've won it 12, the names of the people that have beaten them, it's just Vitality, ENCE, Astralis. Top 5 teams.
Sure. That's
HellRaisers, the gatekeepers, are looking to send Liquid out of the tournament on a map they've only lost 3 times versus top 5 teams.
This is a huge game. A loser will be taken out of the tournament, and right now it could be Team Liquid. Who would have thought? The absolute favourites, I would say, at the beginning of the tournament, find themselves in the lower bracket. Of course, best of 1 does happen, but now against HellRaisers, you heard it from the analysts at the start of this series. That there should be no way HellRaisers can touch the likes of Team Liquid.
And that's not being BM, that's being logical. Yeah. That's looking at the facts that have been given, but HellRaisers, they have always thrived under that underdog tag.
They always seem to be the team that makes it to the quarterfinals somehow, under the radar. They take a few giants down,
they troll the lower bracket and just upset you.
That's like not this lineup. You should say this previously through the org.
The organisation has definitely got somewhat of a reputation. They find talent, that's for sure, but also can cause a stir in every tournament they attend. 12-6-3, Liquid looking to start to close that gap that has been expanded, but my goodness, just Nitro with the armoured AK has to be the Superman, the hero.
1 weapon save in the previous round. He'll have no cash, but he has got a smoke in the AK. They'll go towards B, but they'll be greeted by the smoke right at the entrance there.
Hi, guys.
Yep, you're going to have to wait a good 15 seconds here, boys. You're all going to get sprayed down. They have 1 smoke, I assume, will go towards Heaven, or maybe the bomb site to enable a plant. While Nitro covers, the Lata might be more applicable there, Alex.
Lata?
Yeah.
You bastard.
Bit of a throwback there for you comedy fans at home. And we'll see them contact play towards B. 35 seconds here. And I think they're just going to smoke the site and hope for the best.
And Issa, he's hoping for some kills. On 5 at the moment. Decides to turn tail and Molly Monster. And now he catches a leech as he pushes through the smoke. They're holding him at arm's length. But Liquid, this isn't going too badly. They have some site control. They have taken substantial injuries, and yet with 15 seconds they have to commit to this plant. They can't run away. They look like they were turning tail towards Monster. Oscar catches him on the cross.
Oh, the
10.
incendiary.
And that should be it.
Yeah,
Nitro hasn't got health
definitely
for it. He hasn't got health for it. I was watching the numbers. I saw the 5. We were nearly there, but it's over.
That was so sick from Oscar. He knew if he just gets... Oh my god, he finishes off as well. This is a god on the server right now. God mode for Oscar.
Beast mode. He held that angle for so long.
Yeah.
Because he just looked at that clock and he knew Twist is going to have a go.
The bomb just got dropped in the most awkward position by Monster with 15 seconds remaining, no utility left. They had to just cross over to the side. Oscar knew it. Some players would be tempted there to maybe swing out, look for more kills. He's just got this objective in mind. I get this kill, I win the round. Follow-up incendiary, perfectly deployed. Nitro, 25 HP. It's nightmare mode for him. He can't get it down. And then the follow-up P250 kill as well.
If Oscar was just a couple of seconds later, if he didn't fire that bullet and immediately switch to the incendiary, Nitro gets that bomb down.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, here we go, right back into the action, and it's thick and fast, I have to say. Twist and Naf find kills, but still a 3-on-3. They've brought up what they can here. The AKs are out in full force, and now the Orc for Nafly as well. And all towards shore. It's just Angel. I say just. He's been an absolute monster on this side of the map, as they have Oscar rotating in as well. He's committed. Dropped down from heaven.
Change of pace. Oscar, I mean, he thrives in this close quarters environment, not expecting Naf to do that. The magician just fades through the smoke. Angel has pristine connection onto the head of Elige. Nitro, supported by Naf, does find his way into the site. Nuki on the rotate makes his presence known, and that could be a problem because now they can adjust accordingly. He's got no nades. He does have the kit, so he can use time. It's the only resource he really has here alongside his M4.
Yes, indeed. Young star looking to make a name for himself in the 2 versus 1. Like you mentioned, no resources at all. Needs to find either a smoke would be ideal because Smoke's short right now. He's in business, but as soon as he touches the bomb, Liquid can count the 5, sacrifice one player, and there's pretty much no chance of winning the round at that point. He's hoping to sniff someone out here. Might just be better off grabbing an AWP if he can and bailing out. The chances of winning it now are close to 0. There's a nice kill, keeps them modest, and now fight to close things out. So Liquid finally break this streak. It was 5 rounds in a row for HellRaisers. It took a scrappy B push there, but they managed to get it done.
I liked what Naf was doing there. I rarely see that. The smoke was on short. He had his back perfectly tucked into the smoke.
Yeah.
Held the line. I mean, that's an off angle and a half. When you're coming around that as Oscar, you're expecting either a smoke or you're expecting people peeking, shoulder peeking, jiggle peeking. Not the case. This was a great shot from Angel.
Yeah, he's looking incredibly sharp today.
7-4.
It's round 12 here. Money on either side. The incendiary towards the T steps for an obvious reason. You can see it holds them back. They can't exactly rush or find many picks off that position. They'll have to sit back and wait as they make their way towards playground now. Orb in the hands of Oscar, of course. Still no sign of it on Team Liquid. Money has not been that beneficial for them overall. We'll see whether round 12 is a bit more successful. It is a CD-sided map, but Liquid specialise on the T side of Overpass. They normally get double digits on this side.
He was holding it. He was holding the boost. He saw it, adjusted, tagged, but Elige still takes that shot and connects.
2 HP. Wow.
I mean, that's a huge scalp for your belt buckle. You've got a whole lot more now to overcome, but Oscar down, that's nice. That's a sigh of relief for Liquid as they look to perhaps relocate. Stewie fires off a warning shot. Stewie really looking for his feet in this game. He was losing the Jaws in Underpass relentlessly versus Oscar, and they find themselves on polar opposite ends of the scoreboard at the moment, respectively. And so the charge commences. Liquid into Lowell.
Yeah, he's got his work cut out for him here, Alex. He has to find multiple kills. One will not do, but he gets the second. The flashbang looks pretty strong as well. He repositions towards the ramp. 30 seconds here. Pressure applied to Liquid. Elige is low, and he can't really back up his teammates here. Trying to maintain a headshot position so the HP's not a factor, but Lau just dismantles it. It's going to be a 4 versus 1 now. Nitro has to fight for his life, and I don't think he can do it. It's going to be Angel once again hitting another stunning headshot, and it will be 8-4 as Liquid just can't seem to break down this B defense.
Nal was alone at that point, and he played that so well. Gets the first 2, and then he kind of disappears. He lets the bomb go down. He accepts that he can't contest that on his own.
Sure.
But just holding that angle, he sees the tip of Elige's head into the AUG scope, into a 3rd frag, and HellRaisers into 7 now. Now 8, excuse me. 8-4, my goodness. Time flies when you're having fun. Certainly are if you're a HellRaisers fan. It is the CT side of Overpass. I guess that's a caveat we should add, but there's still a lot of credit.
I wouldn't put that much weight in it. Liquid are excellent T-side Overpass team. They can do much better than this, and they know it. This has been a rough one for them. There's been some great clutches from HellRaisers for sure, some amazing moments, and I would say Angel playing above expectations, well above, like he's having an amazing game. We'll have another partial bye here. They're going to have to take this one on the chin. Oscar hits one in the chest of Stewie, but they might be able to get the reply. Not quite. Bouncing. How has he got away with 2 HP? And Nuki should be able to take care of those two. And it's absolutely clean. That is lovely to watch. And now Flight left in a 5-on-1.
I'm telling you, man, Oscar took a Counter-Strike multivitamin because he has got away with this 2, 1, 3 HP. It feels like he's just got a little bit of extra health.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. And so 9-4 now. 9-4.
Had the Barocca this morning, perhaps?
He's Barocca boost, bro.
Yeah. Oh, the extra one.
Oh, yeah, there's taurine involved. He's feeling hedge pumped.
Oh, there's Nuki, a young Lithuanian star. A lot of hype around him right now. A lot of young players kind of coming into the top end of the scene right now, being tested because we are, sadly, Alex, I suppose, we're losing a lot of the big names these days. We're seeing a lot of the iconic CS players, major winners start to drop off now. Lots more speculation almost daily at this point. These older players are going to be fading out, and it's great to see these young names stepping up and performing at these events. There's been so many of them recently. It's difficult to keep track of. We've got Frozen and Mouse Wars. We've got Brolan coming through. We've got Rops, who's only 18, 19. There's so many young stars here.
I mean, I would be foolish not to throw Twists and Stewie's name into the ring. When those names you're talking about are leaving the scene, these guys were coming into it.
Yeah.
And they have climbed that ladder to the point now where it says number 1 next to that Team Liquid logo. Doesn't look like it right now, though, because HellRaisers are making them sweat. 9-4. This is the 3rd map elimination game of the Pro League Finals. One of the larger prize purses outside of the major. And Liquid, they could struggle to leave the group. HellRaisers, they're putting up such a fantastic fight here. Everyone involved. And Hank, we're into round 14.
We really are. Liquid, we're in this position before. Managed to bring it to a 9-6 scoreline. This time, 5 rifles, one of which is a creep for a Liege. It's a bit of a mainstay for him. One of the early adopters, even before the patch, was using this weapon. Slight damage to Lau. As the default comes through, the standard smoke towards bathrooms. It's Oscar that's been causing the trouble in this position, and he's there again. Smokes off the steps, and he's always so active. He's always ready for a fight, isn't he? He doesn't care whether he's blind, out of position, outnumbered. This is not a push you see many Orbers take, and he just absolutely nails it. Almost gets the second. Why? He doesn't want to pull back. He wants more and more kills, and I love it. Keep going. You're hitting everything.
Why not? So is Twist, though. Clears out toilets with a quick click of his mouse. Upgrades to the AWP to try and clear sight. It's the perfect weapon for that bin, but so is the SG. Nuki on the headshot is going to be forced off by a smoke grenade. Naf now has the angle. This is looking very good for Liquid. This is going to take a miracle from HellRaisers if they want 10 here.
We'll see if there's anything left in the tank. Unfortunately, Lau's on the other side of the map, so he'll have to come all the way through the connector. It doesn't seem viable right now, I would say. Issa and Nukia, though, might be able to do something about that. He is coming in for it. Having to be as quiet as possible. It's one of the most common flanks in this scenario. And you can see Stewie 2K watching it like a hawk. He's only got 2 kills to his name. He wants a nice clean one here. He might get distracted by the kills coming through, but makes that shot. No problem. It's one of the few rounds they could have picked up now, but still could get 9-6. And with the money, we'll have a look at that. It's not amazing for HellRaisers, but still enough for a buy overall. Liquid, with a couple of quick picks towards middle, do fight back. And we have to say, Oscar, yes, amazing. He has been relentless. That's been a fantastic word to describe it.
Yeah.
Been part of 9 opening kills so far in this game.
We're around 15. He's been a part of 9. He's almost always involved.
Like, arguably, like for me, like Orpers in my teams, if they're going to get an opening pick, I'm telling them to fall back. But when you've got Oscar like that, you don't want to tell him what to do. It's his play style. He plays the way he wants to. I don't mind it at all. You can just let him do what he wants.
This is his play style. It is aggressive, and that molly is going to change it. As soon as the element of surprise is gone, you see the pre-fire, Oscar evades all of that after identifying the self-awareness to fall back. Liquid needs 6 here, don't they?
I think so. The double digits would be such a scary prospect for them, but still recoverable. Just to be clear on that, it's a map they're still very good at. Just another rough half where they haven't won a pistol again.
It's true. Oscar, there he is with his multivitamin, down to 56. Lives on, fights on, and looking to connect. That sounded like a dating profile summary, didn't it?
looking to connect.
Looking to connect. Hit me up.
Well, he'll be in the bathrooms waiting for you, Alex.
Yeah. Nitro wants to try and clear him out, but I don't think it's going to happen. Nuki is there to swing. Should Oscar find contact on his left-hand side, there is a player there as well. Bit of a standoff, actually, at this moment in time. The bomb is towards toilets, and so this is the fight. This is the catalyst, and my goodness, Elige does take away Nuki. That was his backup. He still manages to connect onto Elige. He knows they're close. He tries to wallbang. The man's mad, and he's got another one. Nitro, in the meantime, does too.
He's so fast, Alex. It just looks like every time he takes a shot, there's a chance of frags coming through. Finally, he's silenced, and it's a 3 versus 1 for Lau. He has had a quiet game because he hasn't had much action. Every time he has, so he stepped up. He would have to go above and beyond in this particular one, though. No saving here. It's round 15, and Stewie will take him down. What a half that was, but Liquid have done enough to at least make it a little bit more comfortable. It was starting to get out of control once again. HellRaisers are looking fantastic. How will this one conclude? Who will be knocked out? It's going to be found out after this break.
HellRaisers, a solid defense on our third map. Team Liquid, number 1 in the lower brackets, and it is down to one half. One half of Counter-Strike, the Gatekeepers, hungry young talent versus established greats. HellRaisers versus Liquid. I'm Machine, he's Henry, and we have got ourselves a fantastic game.
Would be one of the biggest upsets of 2019 if this went down, and HellRaisers' victory knocking out Team Liquid. Not just because it's a big tournament, but the road to get to Pro League Finals in general. It's a long, arduous process to go out in the group stages for Liquid, ranked number 1 in the world, to HellRaisers. That would be such a massive deal. I can't even begin to describe as we get into it. Stewie 2K will spot 3 towards Connector. Doesn't land the shot though. Takes a bit of damage for it. And HellRaisers still will be committing towards B, but looks like they drop utility and sending Lau in, but the bomb does fall back. So trying to pull rotations over. Lau will be dropped by Nitro. Lovely shot from him. And it has to be A now for HellRaisers. They'll go in with what they have, which is almost nothing in terms of grenades.
Yeah, Naf somehow connecting onto Angel already from Bank. They've got a nice little back and forth, but now the problems, he gets gooshed, can't connect, Elige only gets 1, and now the numbers do so very heavily favour HellRaisers. He's on for the ace, surely. Nuki, 3 to clear the site. He's on for 4 now. Nitro's back.
Oh!
What is that? Inhuman reactions is what someone else would say. My goodness. Oscar has to go 1v2. Nitro has got a rubber band for a wrist. It's only going to be the 1. Oscar tried to get the 1v2. Stewie stabilizes and, well, at least Nitro's flick was not in vain.
Yeah, a stressful round though for Liquid, right? That took absolutely everything. I can't believe Nuki on the arrival of the A side. Like I said, they got no smokes left, they got no flashes. They invested heavily on the B fake there. They wanted to send Lau in with the P250 with all the cover of the smoke and flashbangs. Hopefully gets a kill. He got nothing. And that is the first pistol victory. You're absolutely right that we've been kind of chiming on about that the entire series. We had 6 pistol rounds. It's the first time Liquid have picked one up. Finally, they get it. And that's going to bring the scoreline to 9-7. No bomb planted. HellRaisers will have upgraded pistols but no armor. A couple of flashes. Objective, get the plant down if possible.
How possible will Liquid make it? They've got themselves 3 SMGs. They're willing to take some brawly fights. And Stewie, my goodness, he's on 1 thin piece of metal away from 2 backs turned from the HellRaisers. Issa and Lau on the way, ascending towards toilets. And Stewie, it's all about timing. He is responsible for worrying about short as well, and so therefore just dedicates himself to that. He's got a liege for the toilet threat. Just that bomb plant. You say that, but with no utility, how attainable is a bomb plant? I mean, it's you hope for the best, hope those shots hit. Try and draw the CTs out, we'll see. They don't even have the bomb in their hands at this point.
Yeah, it's all the way back along. It's not really one of those rounds where the bomb plant's going to be too likely. You're just hoping to find an opening 1D. That's the best that can really happen right now, and then they can really see what's available to them. Nuki's actually got quite close to the bomb side of the MAC-10, or the MP9 I should say. He's going to take the first kill, no problem at all. Looks like a clean round here for Liquid, no problems at all. No threats, they might give 1 kill up here, but that's unlikely now. Issa on the other side of the map with 17 HP, he's being found, and it's being spammed as well, but Stewie won't be able to get it just yet. There it is, it will be Twist to confirm the clean sheet for Liquid. 9-8, but here come the AK-47s.
And so it's time for HellRaisers to show us what they've got.
Oh, an AWP as well.
Where did that come from? Nuki just pulled an AWP out of nowhere.
Yeah, they did get the plants.
AWP?
No, wait, what?
What?
Double AWP setup on the
first buy of the T side. Henry G, the analyst. What have you got for me?
I've never seen it before, so difficult to really break this one down. I'm going to assume
against SMGs.
Like you can see them, like they look so confused in spawn. I feel like it's just something's gone wrong.
Nuki got a surprise birthday present, and someone else had already got that on the gift list.
Because the fact is, it's got glass cannon. Like, why would you? There's no reason for that, right? Like that doesn't make sense.
Oh no! And Oscar's already got a face full of utilities. Down to 24 HellRaisers. A couple of oopsies before the first death has been conceded.
Yeah, this is such a weird round. Like just a context for people who maybe don't watch a ton of CS. Double AWP setup absolutely fun on CT side on most maps. Double AWP setup on the T side almost never happens on any map. Overpass, I haven't actually seen it before. This is a misbuy. The fact that Issa doesn't have armor suggests that's absolutely confirmed, but everything can work in Counter-Strike. 5 Glocks, no armor can work. It's,
sure.
It doesn't mean it's impossible to win the round. It's just a little bit confusing as to why that happened.
And they've made it harder on themselves. Not only that, but also they're definitely cognizant of what the buy Liquid had the round prior. They know there's MP9s waiting in close corners. Double AWP, especially with no armor, is terrifying. Issa's going to be quaking in his boots. Angel isn't though. You need that confidence. You need those frags. That's 2 of them.
Wow.
Naf's on the rotate. I think HellRaisers, they might have just found enough. But he's charging. Naf wants blood. He's not going to get the second as Nuki's going to keep things alive. He's got a lot to prove now.
They're probably like, don't get that AWP. Leave it on the ground, boys. But Stewie might be able to steal it away, I suppose. he can't win the round now. Oh, that shot suggests maybe they can. It's Issa with the AWP. Flashbang goes in. He'll be joined by Twist. They're going to try and go through together. Stewie 2K now with the AK, pretty committed, and it's not going to work out. And you will not see them pick up that secondary orb. I'm almost certain of it. Yeah, they do not want to be there. It works out for them though, Alex, and they get away with it.
It's like, so he got the gift and he's like, thanks, man, appreciate it. Yeah.
I've got the receipt because kind of already got that one.
I've already got this one. I needed the green Power Ranger.
Oh dear. Well, it's Liquid who will give that round up, and then their money's actually fine here, but they're actually playing big picture CS. They've got enough to buy. They could have brought 2 or 3 rifles out with CZs, but they've taken the eco here. They've gone for HE grenades towards T-steps, which could work because Oscar's there. He can see them coming though, so he'll get out of harm's way. Or will he? Actually, Angel and Nookie didn't get the memo, it seems, and they'll take a lot of damage here. Remember, no armor on the Liquid side. So yeah, good damage at the start, but still so much work to be done. I like this though. They show a lot of presence towards middle and now rotating everyone over towards B, hoping that's enough presence to maybe force out an execution on that side of the map.
Yeah, Naf just changing his mind. He wants to just jump for info, and that's exactly what he's going to do. You can see the safe way he's doing it, jumping backwards off the lip of that fan into bank. So your head is visible and shootable. That's a real word, I promise. At the least time possible. Anyway. HellRaisers, after conceding that barrage of nades, they are cautious of any aggression. What map control did they not have? And they have to clear all of that corners. That's why this time is going to tick down a little bit. What pushes could have happened, and as I say that, here is Elige. Here is Stewie. This is what we're talking about. Yes, the early damage, but they're coming behind enemy lines. They're causing problems, and now an AK is in the hands of Stu.
This is pretty significant, actually. Elige and T-Spawn undetected. Oscar's going down, surely, but he's made a lot of noise. He almost gets the reaction, but still, they have the advantage for now. Liquid finding all the kills required, but they are locked out of the site. Bomb can be planted. They can even book it towards the A side if they want to, and I think that's exactly what's happening. You might want to keep one of the turrets towards B, just to keep those rotating players off, and that's exactly what's happening. Love this from Issa. Hold towards Graffiti. One of them, at least, surely is going to rotate through the B bomb site. As they've realised what's happened here, they actually go through the connector. So Issa, he won't be finding any luck in that department, but still, they've got a strong chance of winning this round by virtue of no kits here.
Yeah, but Liquid, have caused so much of a stir here. They've got an AWP and an AK to take into the next round. They have to just see what they can get. They want to fight for it. They want to contest it. All of this is a bonus. Stewie's gone, and they continue to commit. Just the deagle of Twists finds the frag. Issa with a nice little double. He's looking for the AWP to take into the next. Couldn't quite find it. And so 11.
You're right.
But Liquid, they're testing HellRaisers.
A disruptive round, for sure. And players not named Oscar, 2 and 8 in opening kills. I like that. Oscar, yes, doing a fantastic job. And it will be round 20. Like we said, we could have bought into that round. If you're a Team Liquid player, it could have happened. But they're looking to get absolutely everything they need. You've got the AWP, now the rifles, the incendiaries. No kits as of yet. It's a lead of $300. Might have wanted to sacrifice one of those flashbangs so he could have got the diffuse kit. Now, if it does come down to that, that will be a frustrating way for the round to go down. But Nitro's AWP on Inferno was spectacular. He was keeping up with Oscar. There's not many AWPers that can do that.
Yeah, in fact, actually, the stats for his Inferno sniping, he was ahead of Oscar in AWP kills. It was 13 AWP kills on the half, in the second half from Nitro, just 8 from Oscar. He was keeping pound for pound, shot for shot with Oscar. Not the case on Overpass, though. He really did have a great CT side.
Angel's got the MAC-10 again, and there's no helmet at all for Team Liquid. He is like the master of bringing that out at the right time.
He's been doing this a lot.
Yeah, I want to see whether he can deliver here once again. Remember, they've won the last 2 rounds, so he could have afforded a proper rifle here, but he's gone for the MAC-10. It could be the godlike purchase here. We'll see if it works out for him.
Stewie just jumping for info with the door naded. It does change the way this map plays a little bit. Smoke has to be deployed, and that's exactly where Angels is going. It's a lot of penetration. The damage is meek, but it is present, and it's a lot of info should he connect. He hasn't just yet.
Well then, it's all gone a little bit quiet now. This is huge for HellRaisers. They're playing very well so far. They're dissecting the map piece by piece. That's connector clear now. They have mid control. They're smoked off bathrooms. There's pushing those CTs back towards the bomb sites and removing vision. You can see now working toward long. Very good default so far. They've taken no damage. They still have residual smokes for an execution. Getting the bathroom control. And there's that MAC-10. No helmet. It will be a 1-bullet kill if you get close enough.
The Keep your eyes on Angel as well. In the meantime, Nuki's going to clear out long. Great. If he stays on that boost, he could catch Bank. There is a man there, it's Naf. But look at that. They find these picks and then they disappear. Is that really what I think it is?
It's back again, ladies and gentlemen. The T-side double orb setup. Why not?
They call this the HellRaiser.
It is the HellRaiser now, yeah. This is unbelievable. But now Fly will pull one back and it's up to Angel now. We dropped the Mac 10, found Nitro's orb, and this could get a bit awkward for them.
Feeling awkward, Henry.
Well, it's actually got very good for them all of a sudden. Twist on the other side of the map.
Just like that, they were playing with death, playing with fire there. Picked up 2 orbs. There was a crossfire established on the site.
They didn't learn the lesson the first time around. It's like, guys, it worked out before. I guess I can pick it up.
This looks nice.
Just so you know, he killed Nitro in the bathrooms. He had the orb right, and I guess you'd rather have an orb than a Mac 10. He doesn't know that all 5 players don't have helmets, so still absolutely fine. But you definitely do not want to take that to the next round, which will happen again here. It's just so funny. It's happened twice in one half.
But Angel's Mac 10, let's explore that just a little bit because he clearly has such a firm grasp on money. He's been doing this consistently, even qualifying to come to Montpellier. He was buying a Mac 10 when he knew that sacrifices had to be made either helmets or utility.
I've said this a few times, and it's a pretty bold statement, but pound for pound, in terms of how much that weapon costs and the impact it can have at the right times, it's up there as one of the best guns in the game. It really can be devastating to defenses that don't have a great amount of finances. Helmet's normally a luxury, right? If you're really struggling for cash, you need your smoke, you need your flashbangs. Helmet can be sacrificed against T-sides, right?
To explain, of course, that one-shot headshot of the AK, regardless of helmet, that's why that's a common sacrifice.
Exactly that. So if you know the money's going to be low there, and you want to have a little bit of a wild card factor, someone like Angel who can be running through a smoke, surprising them, getting a quick kill with the Mac 10 because he has the 1 bullet potential. That's such a powerful tool to have in your arsenal, and he's just displayed perfectly how devastating it can be. 12-8 HellRaisers as Liquid. We'll have to take the eco here.
Wow, this could be 13. Liquid, it's a similar situation to that of Inferno, and my god, what a climax that map had.
It really did.
Went all the way down. It was 1 second in it, but we could have been in overtime. Ooh, wow, nice connection from Stu. He even gets another kill off that. Nuki in the meantime, he's keeping them all at bay in underpass. 2 before he's silenced, and now numbers looking good. Lau Oscar, full HP, sight control, bomb in grasp, smoke's fading. He's going to try and clear it out.
Well, this was the eco, remember, and it's just turned on his head completely. Oh, Oscar.
Liquid keep doing this. They keep making things awkward with nothing. It's impressive.
They have to win the round still. Stewie 2K in a prime position, but Lau is checking it. Oh, what a shot that is as well. Very calm, very precise, and they're doing the same player. Going up towards that ace side.
It's happening again.
It's the exact same scenario. 2 on 2, and they're rotating back round. They're going to play on bank side. Remember, they won't have kits here. And Lau, if he gets in the one and done position again, I'll love that. But it's Oscar's AWP. And when that's up, I know when you say all bets are off, he's going to hit absolutely everything here. But there is quite a smart play here. As the leech gone towards long, I didn't anticipate that. So maybe a fly in the ointment still. They could still possibly do this.
I hate it when I get a fly in my ointment.
It's horrible, isn't it?
It's the worst thing to have. Elige, though, look at this. His surprise on long could be rewarded. Lau's quick. So low, though, and Twist is going to finish off what his teammate started. Time plenty. He has a smoke. Oscar, only the orb.
If I'm his teammate right now, I'm screaming. He won't have a kit. He'll have nothing.
And if that's been shouted, he's going to have to go for it. This is a Hail Mary from Twist. Oscar, surely he gets this. He does. Plenty of time. Cool, calm, collected, cucumber. That's just another letter that begins, or rather word begins with C. 13-8, though. And we have got ourselves a real problem for Team Liquid.
And you're right, he is calm there. For that reason I just stated, he knows there's no chance I have a kit there. He can take his time. If he runs in, starts spamming his orb and no-scoping, that's when things get a bit awkward. He doesn't have to bring the knife out. He knows exactly where the bomb's planted. He just says calmly, clicks on his head, no problem at all. And they're 13-8 up. Sure, you've said there's been a few rounds where Liquid have been a nuisance and had the advantage, but unless they're posting victories on that CT side ecos, it doesn't really matter too much. The money is fine for HellRaisers. Sure, it's not swelling out of control, but they still have 4 AKs and AWP here, and Liquid will have sacrifices again. They have had little to no kits throughout this half. They have 1 this time. Luckily, they have most of their incendiaries and smokes, but no Nitro AWP. That's not a win factor for them on Overpass, but it certainly helps things out.
A tweet from NAF coming into this tournament was that we don't know who the number 1 in the world is, and we'll find out after Pro League Finals in Cologne.
Sure.
Liquid, they find themselves in Pro League Finals, and they find themselves 8-13 down versus HellRaisers in the lower bracket.
Unprecedented scenes here. I didn't think a third map was even possible, let alone Team Liquid to have their backs on the wall. Lots of damage done at the start. Great utility usage there from Liquid. You can see 3 players heavily affected. We talked about that before. Those M4s and Orgs now have 1-tap potential on 3 players.
Wow, power of nades. A short story by Henry G.
Yeah, that's pretty much the end of it.
Yeah,
really.
that's a good story. Yeah, that's good. It's got everything it needs. Sugar, spice, and everything nice. It's fast up long. Naf's nade, it might actually catch them. It does again. Wow, softening them up even better as they start to walk in. But where did they come from? A flurry of frags. Issa and Oscar before they even walk into the site. Fortunately, Nitro, the turret, is established and he's not stopping. 3. Just Issa. He's the last one to the party.
He can still win this, though. He's got plenty of time and a low HP player first, and that's going to be the kill, but does take the bullet to the face. I think regardless, he was done for, but still a decent effort, and that's really strong from Nitro. They lost the first 2 picks there, but I feel like that damage done initially with those grenades, it actually was significant because you could see the T's melting with the Orc sprays coming through there. Nitro that's doing God's work on the A-bomb side. It's going to be 13-9, and money running a little bit thin now. We've gone for a classic setup here. I don't want to ruin the surprise just yet.
Don't do it.
Wait till we see it next round, but it's a spicy one, and it's going to be the thing I've been talking about all day. I've been talking about 3 years now. Oscar and his hero AWP purchase around Deagles. It happens so often, and it finds success a lot of the time. If Liquid lose to this sort of setup, they're going to be absolutely heartbroken.
He only gets away with this if Liquid make mistakes. Shutting down an AWP when there's rifles around it, they can achieve that, but if it's on its own, he's been given a whole new degree of freedom, bounding towards long now as he's hoping to catch any aggressive CTs. Nothing there from Liquid. Instead, rather restrained from the North Americans, and understandably so given the circumstances.
Well, they think they're up against an ECA right now, and that's the beauty of this setup. You hear Deagles going off, you're hoping they get a little bit too horny with the frags there, they're trying to push through and try and see what they can find, and then Oscar's waiting on the other side with the big green, and he has spotted one, but he doesn't want to fire off a bullet until he gets the absolute chance to get the kill. This time, not going to happen. Nitro will get him. Orb still available on the T side, but that's a fantastic first shot from Nitro.
That's such a death sentence. Just, you see an enemy, immediately your screen goes white. It's like, okay, I'll have a go.
I'll fire, I guess.
I'll click my button, but has Lau managed to get it, or is it out of reach? Okay, he's going to smoke it.
He just wants to make sure he definitely doesn't die. There we go. Smoke down on top as well. There's still a chance to win this round. It's just shrunk somewhat without Oscar there.
And I think Zalige is going to be the one to put the nail in this round's coffin, because, it's putting up a fight, keeping them busy, and the AWP has made its presence known again. Lau picked it up, scavenged away, and walking straight into Nitro's crosshair. Nuki's trying to draw the fire, and does so, but Nitro still holds fast. He can't get another one. Nuki, what a hero. He's managed to make it a 2v2. If he gets this bomb down, game on. Twist from the flank, it should be enough, and it is. Deep breath, but Van Dulken once again pulls the rabbit from the hat.
Magician puns, my favourite. That was a really, really nice play there. Nuki especially, I thought he had a chance for a third as he swung around at the end, but Liquid will stabilise somewhat. They've managed to bring back a couple of rounds. It was 4 against them in the second half, but now they have double digits, 13-10 overall, and that should be money broken. Remember, that was a full investment from HellRaisers. They had 1 AWP, 4 Deagles, majority of their utility as well. It was Nitro got the first pick and shut down the hopes and dreams. Got dangerously close, to be fair, with the Deagle headshots in the 2 versus 1, but that flash from Nitro, like he said, that's a death sentence for Oscar. Nothing he could do about that one. And Nitro has been phenomenal with the AWP today on CT sides and doesn't look like he's slowing down just yet.
Yeah, he is. He's been one of their best players while leading. Not the most common occurrence at professional Counter-Strike. Certainly some names that come to mind, and Nitro's up there. So is Lau, only briefly though before Nitro catches him. Liquid, they want to do this one clean here. If they want to build this comeback, if they want to start to shut HellRaisers out of their T side, they want to do this clean.
So they can do this. Yeah, indeed. It's going to be one of those rounds where HellRaisers will be lucky to get 1 or 2 kills. You know, they'll see whether there's any opportunities, overexposed CTs potentially here. Angel's already low, Oscar even lower now, as Elysia and Naf will work in tandem here and find a nice amount of frags there. It's going to confirm things as it just has the bomb towards B.
Speaking of tandem, have you ever tried a tandem bike?
Never in my life. We could try one today if you want.
I mean, if I just straight up use any search engine and searched up a bike with 2 sets of pedals,
okay,
I reckon I could find one within a 6-mile radius.
A 6-mile radius.
Yeah.
That sounds wonderful. Will you
Doesn't
get
it?
on that? Let me know. And
It just looks like a safety hazard.
it does.
It
I
looks
feel
terrifying.
like, especially you and I, it's not going to go well. It's maybe for a piece of content one day.
Yeah, maybe that's how you do interviews. That would be a content piece. You just tandem cycle
Not bad,
around the
actually,
city
yeah.
we visit. Okay, stop. We're brainstorming fantastic ideas here. We can't give these out for free. 13-11 is the scores on the doors, and HellRaisers have got themselves all the tools they need, but Liquid, they've started to manage to find 3 now in a row, looking for the 4th consecutive defensive round. This is it. And Liege, my God, is that a lot of information. He's in playground. There's still 1 minute 30 on the clock.
Yeah, that's a really strong push from him. A scary one to make, but if you do get towards the playground, that can be a very advantageous position. Allows you to have more pressure towards the B side of the map. Down but not out for sure. Liquid 13-11. They find a couple of rounds in a row. Took an eco from HellRaisers to get them back in position here, and that should be Oscar going down. My God, he's done it again. That is a disgusting headshot towards a Liege. A flurry of frags on the other side of the map. I have no idea how that went down. Twist can pull this one back though. He's got the AK-47, but he's got to fight his way on out of this one, Alex.
Through the smoke, he finds Nuki through one of his own to play around. He's got another. Twists! It's unbelievable. I can't even process it, and he's done it. 4 on for the ace to save Liquid. What a play! 13 points of health, though. Oscar's down to 26. Both of them have done ridiculous things in this round alone. 40 seconds, they're playing Ring Around a Rosie.
This is the biggest round as well. Money is poor on either side.
Oh.
30 seconds, and Twists has actually booked it towards A. He's lost track of Oscar completely. Oscar's on the B side with the bomb. He has smoke. Flashbangs available. He can just go for the plant at this point. Does he fake it out? No, commits. Twist at this stage. He's so
that's
far
a horrible
away, Alex.
feeling. 5 bullets. He's going to reload and get out there.
He's low HP, I guess not a huge factor against the AWP, but now just has zero intel as to where Oscar could be. Unless he goes towards short, he hasn't. He's going to be a monster tunnel right now.
He hasn't reloaded. He has to be precise with this. I mean, admittedly, Oscar's low.
Yeah, 5 bullets, you're right. Oh, God. He's behind him.
Oscar is playing 5D water chess.
Intergalactic chess at this point.
Intergalactic. Twists. Yeah, I can't believe it. Oscar, he hasn't even needed to fire a bullet. Twist has only got 5 of them, though, and Oscar seals the deal for HellRaisers in the face of God-tier Counter-Strike. They still prevail.
I love that. The fact it comes down to a 1v1, Twist couldn't have done more on the B-bomb side. I said he has the potential to win these rounds.
did?
He gets 3
You
kills
saw it
there.
coming, man.
Some way, somehow he makes that happen. And it's going to be 14-11 though. Oscar is just... This shot, I can't even believe it. How did he kill him? How did he get that shot? I can't... Even in the slow motion replay.
How did he get this? Check this out. Through the smoke, he just emerges just enough. Tip of the head of Issa. Quickest transition of my life to Lal. And then, I mean, that there's no need to highlight that because all of the fantastic Counter-Strike from Oscar had happened to get to that point. My God.
So insane. What a round.
14. 2 rounds away from Team Liquid. Departing in the group stage here. They fell to the lower bracket with a slip-up. It was the Danes, North, and a regimented North at that. They've been a threat at this tournament and continue to be so. But that was the start. Liquid, they survived Tai Lu. HellRaisers, perhaps a different breed, a different threat. They've got FAMASs, they've made sacrifices.
But there's compromises for HellRaisers as well. The 1 versus 1 only yields them $3,500 per player. 3 Galils, 1 AK-47, but Oscar, more importantly, does have the AWP. 1 round away from series points here, and there'll be no money on either side. Whoever wins this round will break their opposition. If it's HellRaisers, Liquid have nothing for that final round, so they need to win this one. It's got out of control for them. AWP for Nitro, 2 for Masses, no kits, and I think only 1 smoke. Make it 2 available now as they desperately hold on to the long. I don't know how Nitro survives that one. Oscar around the corner, looked like he had him.
Liquid fans, a sigh of relief. Nitro still holds the AWP. He has been such a win condition for them on their CT sides, and he continues his adventures now to toilets. I love the setup. The Liege going to be holding close, but it only works if they actually choose to go. At the moment, Lal, looks like he's almost posturing to hold the back. No, they start their walk. And the Liege, he's responsible for this side of toilets. His teammate Nitro's keeping hold of his right-hand side. 40 seconds. This is where all of this pressure is about to meet. Bombs loose in toilets. That's info.
Yeah, it's looking very good for Liquid now. Nitro even better, gets his second, but Issa still fighting with the Galil. Remember, whoever wins this round breaks the finances, and Nitro maybe overstays his welcome. Nafly needs multiple frags now, gets the bomb back in his favor. 3 versus 1, but it's the big man himself, Oscar. If he had more time, Alex, I'd say he has a chance, but at this stage, probably better off to saving the AWP. And it's a difficult round for HellRaisers. Yes, they won the previous one, but as I stated, $3,500 per player. That's enough for Galil, armor, and some basic utility. 3 Galils was not enough, but Nitro's 2k towards the bathroom certainly was for them. 3 players survived. They salvaged an AK and an M4 there, so they're all good to go going forward. And HellRaisers, the problem is, with the saved AWP, you are tempted to go for a force buy here. It's very tempting indeed. You've got $2,000 per player on 3 of them. Issa can afford AK armor.
Do you need to force, or do you just let Oscar go with maybe some nades from Issa?
Issa's bought an AK.
They did it?
They are
doing it.
I guess so. This is like a timeout once the round's already... The round started, by the way.
We're in, for sure.
They are still buying. The NT Spawn working it out. Nuki's just still bought now. They're going to run out of buy time. Lao's gone for just a PD50. No, I feel like if your teammates are going for broke, you need to as well. But either way, we'll see how this one plays out.
I mean, that feels bad. That feels like HellRaisers just had a disagreement.
Yep.
2 rounds away from knocking out the number 1.
You need to be on the same page. I think they might have run out of timeouts at this point. That was the issue. I can't remember. But either way, Lao's got PD50 no armor, but we have got an AK and an AWP. It was just a little bit confusing. Send the guy in with nothing first, he'll go down. There is a trade. As they look for more kills here, it doesn't look good. Liquid have a massive advantage now.
And Oscar, his AWP, he hasn't even had a chance to fire off a bullet. Not one has left the barrel yet. Looks in for the first. He's quick to adjust. Stewie's quicker. And so, 14-13. And I think they're going to be... You can see smiles creeping onto their face, perhaps realizing that was a force.
And that's going to tilt HellRaisers off the face of the planet.
Do they have a timeout? How do we know?
I couldn't tell you.
I sounded so sad.
When it has a timeout, it tells you above that graphic. But unless it's a timeout, we don't know.
Because if I could,
that is one thing we do need to bring to the
I
table,
would just say timeout, don't talk, just get over it.
Sure.
My God, they're going to have to swallow this one as well. It's going to be down to 14-14 unless they can do something.
We're going around 30 pretty much.
It's happening.
Guaranteed,
It's Inferno all over again, bro.
Yeah, it is. This is such an entertaining series. The one no one expected.
Yeah.
The sleeper game. It seemed like P50s, Deagles and Glocks, but trust me, there is always a chance this one gets spicy as well. Nothing is ever a foregone conclusion in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Let's see what happens here towards the B-bomb side.
Stewie holds the line. He's going to be flashed off and so forced to reposition. His teammates attacking him up and does connect onto Nuki. Flanked from either side, he switches to the sidearm. No worries, no sweat. 1 frag for Oscar, and Liquid do manage to find the equalizer. We are going all the way. 3rd map. Locked. 14-14. Loser goes home. Winner takes a step closer to that prize purse. 750,000 total, 250 for first. That's a whole lot of cash to buy yourself. I mean, at this point, some sweatbands, because my goodness, these poor guys
first investment,
are under some
put
pressure.
It in the basket.
Yeah, and I think I could get the full forehead number.
You could.
I think I could pull that off. Got a big head.
Machine clothing now available, sweatbands especially.
Yeah, only.
Sorry. Double up setup, Nitro and Stewie 2K to wield it. It's looking good for them in the overall setup, but who will post series point first at this stage? HellRaisers felt like they should have had it that complicated by the disagreement. We're not sure. Hopefully we can find out post-game. Might have affected them mentally, but for now they need to focus on this round. They do have enough firepower, maybe not enough utility. You can see they're running very thin on resources here. They flash towards the bathroom, looking to check it out. And the AWP will be in position towards long once again. And it's Nitro. What an epic battle that's been between himself and Oscar. And he has hit another absolute banger of a shot there. 5-on-4 for Liquid.
That's not even the first wallbang flick headshot he's landed on Overpass. Never mind in this series, Elige's in trouble. Where's that coming from? Through the wall, Angel, you naughty boy.
Straight up wallbangs as well. Filthy. This is going to come down to the wire this round.
No one's pulling punches.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. 45 seconds. They have to really finish at A now, considering Oscar's position with the bomb. That's not ideal. You do not want to have the AWP at this stage to have the bomb, but Is is so close to the bomb site. He's waiting for his chance to strike.
Elige desperately trying to find some cover back into the site. He gets there, flashes in. Issa looking for 1. Finds Elige, finishes what he started, and now Nitro with the AWP again. That's 2 for him already. Close quarters, Naf exposed, Oscar punishes. Numbers do favour Liquid. 23 seconds. He still needs to get this bomb down. Loud, he's alone. He's only got a tiny amount of health, a tiny amount of time, and 2 to find. It should be impossible for the Spaniard. Off for the bomb. Now they push in. Perfect work from Liquid. We've got 15.
Wow, a sigh of relief there. Liquid in pole position now. Yes, Stewie, I agree.
Yeah, I think we're all feeling it.
It is going to be round 30. Money is tight. I believe they actually have maximum loss bonus now, at least knocking on the door of it. They had to get 5 rounds in a row to close this one out in regulation. This shot,
I don't even see it.
I didn't see him now. It's slow motion. Where is he?
Where is... No, I'm sorry. My nose is on the monitor and I don't see him. Nitro's in a different plane.
That's so sick.
It's in a different dimension.
That's so sick.
Okay, here we go. Will it be overtime? Not forgetting we were 1 second on a defuse away from overtime in the last on Inferno.
Galil, AKs, and 1 smoke, Alex. 1 smoke to try and take it to overtime.
He's only got 1 smoke on his sniper den.
Yeah. It's going to be a contact play towards Monster. They're going in. Twist is expecting it. First kill for him. This is looking good for Liquid to close it out.
Oh no, it's melting before them. HellRaisers, it all falls to Oscar. Such a sensational game, a sensational series, but it ends in a demoralizing spray down. Naf concludes it, and Liquid, they stand at a disadvantage for an extended period of time. They overcome it. Liquid, they've seen death. They've seen the other side.